You know, it's funny. I'm reading some of the things that are being said. Covfefe Coffee is counting down not only the days, but the things that must be done in order to win. Check them out, Covfefe Coffee. And by the way, fam, I'm also noticing somebody asked, "Oh man, it's raining. It's raining in the Miami area." No, you know what? Look ahead, and maybe it's not safe to look ahead in any of these type of things, but look ahead. It's supposed to be, for some reason, it is rainy throughout the week. But then on Sunday, I noticed, I think it's 65 degrees, 60, 65 degrees, something like that. Big golden sun, no clouds. You know, it's like Covfefe says, a sunny day means the 49ers win. I mean, you know, because what I've been doing is sitting around thinking about ways to not worry about this game, because this is a long time to sit and think about a game, right? You got, like somebody mentioned, 8 more days to lay down, wake up, and then Super Bowl Sunday finally arrives. You know, Matt, if you get alone with your own thoughts, you can make yourself crazy, can't you? You start thinking about all kind of ways to lose first, and then you start saying, wait a minute. Then you start thinking about the things we got to win. That's what I want to talk about today. Let's go over some of the issues. It'll make you feel better, I promise. Because here's the thing. The entire week before the AFC Championship game, the ongoing question in the media was, how can the Chiefs possibly stop Titans running back Derrick Henry? It's my question. I was like, sure. I said, you know what? The Chiefs can't stop Derrick Henry. But remember one thing about Derrick Henry? You see, Derrick Henry is dangerous after he busts through the line of scrimmage. It takes him 2 to 3 steps to get going. I think the Chiefs worked on that very hard, and that's what they were able to do. Now, I know, I've thought about that too. Here's the thing about the 49ers. First of all, our blocking scheme is way ahead of what they're doing in Tennessee, and our running backs don't take 3 steps. Most of our guys can hit immediate acceleration upon their first 2 steps. See, so I said to myself, okay, that's true. And I'm talking Matty B, everybody. They're all too quick. They hit that hole right now. Also, as I say, the blocking scheme is a whole lot different than what they're trying to do in Tennessee. But at the time, it was a valid concern because Henry and the Titans had run all over the Chiefs' defense in Week 10. Casey allowed the most single-game rushing yardage that had all season during that game. The problem, though, you can't rely on that anymore. The problem with relying on that Week 10 game was that they hadn't noticed the improvements made from that point. It was a turning point in the team's mentality on the defensive side of the ball. To be honest, the Chiefs beefed up their D with the new personnel additions like Mike Pennell and Terrell Suggs, who emerged as assets in stopping the run. Okay. And in the 7 weeks leading up to the AFC title game, the Chiefs defense allowed just an average of 95 rushing yards per game. Now, fam, I know what you think. I'm way ahead of you, okay? Because I investigated that stat, and I noticed that they won most of those games by substantial margins, which would indicate teams were playing catch-up, and you know what that means. They quit trying to run and went to the passing game, a lot like Tennessee did a couple of weeks ago, when all of a sudden the things got out of hand and the Chiefs started scoring quickly, so they had to rely on Ryan Tannehill to throw the ball. They just abandoned the running game altogether, right? Early talk ahead of Super Bowl 54 has been about the performance of 49ers running back Raheem Mostert. He made 29 carries for 220 yards, 4 TDs against the Pack in the game, as you know. Raheem's performance is drawing the attention of the media, but KC is approaching it as a business as usual affair. Go ahead, KC, y'all bad. Linebacker and good buddy of George Kittle, Anthony Hitchens said, quote, "Stopping the run is stopping the run. You can control a game by running the ball, so our mindset is to stop the run and for the 3rd week in a row, try to get off to a better start." There's another thing. The Chiefs get off to a slow start next Sunday. and they won't be running past the 49ers a few minutes later. And that can be guaranteed. Oh, yeah. Anyway, he goes on to say, we're preaching that right now. We're trying different ways to throw different things in the game. We've got to find a way, if we're on the field, first to get at that 3 and out. He probably already heard that George Kittle's looking for him. And it's going to be funny to see, too. Anyway, he just isn't all that impressed with the 49ers, but Kansas City, D.C., Dave Spagnuolo has a different perspective. He knows that each new opponent presents his own unique challenges. Well, he should. And over the last 8 weeks, the 49ers haven't had a game where they've rushed for less than 100 yards as a team. That's in part due to the variation of players they use in the backfield and how they attack each team differently. The thing is, the 49ers have a bunch of different guys they can put in the backfield and hand the ball off to, according to Spagnuolo. He continues by saying, quote, last week, we were really concentrating on Henry. I think Kyle Shanahan does a really good job of changing. It appears to us that he'll look at the defense he's playing and attack with those particular runs. It may not be what they ran against Green Bay last week or Minnesota the week before. And I think he's really good at that, so we'll have to figure that out early and try to find a way to control it. Unquoting Spagnuolo. Spagnuolo, man, there really isn't anything you can do but hope for the best. There's no way you can out-coach Shanahan. You got to give it a try. It is your job, but whatever you do, he's going to have a counter for it almost immediately. It'll be up to the Chiefs coaches and players to adjust accordingly during the game based on the personnel and types of runs that Shanahan employs in the Super Bowl. They'll be prepared for whatever they're going to throw at them just as they were prepared to slow down Henry. However, recognizing and being prepared to make the proper adjustments will be the key. It's a whole other story. You feel the spin toward that being the Kansas City Chiefs? That's what they think. I've been running through everything they write. I'm watching it. I'm watching y'all, Kansas City. Watching you. Y'all can't whoop us, and you know this. Fam, and about Jimmy G, and this is a related note, taking heaping helpers of abuse since the 49ers started dominating with the run. Everybody knows Richard Sherman don't take no stuff from nobody on social media. Dude is known for calling out critics on social media, although I was really proud of him with Revis. He just had a one-liner and went on about his business because he ain't got time to play with Revis. Even though he's busy right now to really work, as I say, he ordinarily would still, I really am surprised when he didn't continue to slap Revis a little longer, though. So I'm proud of him. Jimmy G, and I'm going to tie this all together. Jimmy G, on the other hand, doesn't have a lick of gangsta in him. And you know this, right? And seems unfazed by critics, but claims he does have similarities to the way Sherman finds his drive. G is quoted saying, yeah, sure, everyone has different ways to get motivated, and very similar to Sherman, I do the same thing. I hear all the stuff, everything, but you can't put that all out there and all the time. You have to do that with what you will and take it for what it is. Just at the end of the day, you've got to go out there and play football, unquote. G, I like your mindset, man. Don't let nobody mess with you. Just focus on what you got to get done. I love it. And by the way, there might be outside noise about Garoppolo's ability to rack up numbers on that stat sheet, but he actually had a very productive regular season, nearly throwing for 4,000 yards, falling short by 22 yards, and you can attribute that to a few drops during the course of the season. G still came up with 3,978 yards. And we ran the ball a lot. So don't tell me he's not a great quarterback or potentially a great quarterback in his first season as a starter. That number ranks him fourth in passing yards for a single season in franchise history, behind only Jeff Garcia. 4,278 yards, and that was Steve Young, 1998. I'm sorry, that was Garcia, 4,278 yards. And then Steve Young in 1998, 4,107 yards. In 1993, 4,023 yards. You figure G will eclipse these numbers or equal them next season. No doubt about it. None. All right? So Joe Stanley was a little surprised that Garoppolo even pays attention to the criticism. Stanley said, quote, if he says he sees it, he doesn't show it. He's been the same exact person since he's been in here. He prepares the exact same way. We have the utmost confidence in him to do whatever he needs to be, needs to be done. We've had plenty of games this season where we've really had to lean on him heavily to win the games for us, and he's come through every single time. What up? All right? If Kyle Shanahan says run the ball, don't be getting mad at G and talking about, well, Kyle, don't trust him no more. That's bull. Man, I can do. You know, it's just, I get sick of hearing it. You know? And he goes, Joe goes on to say, I think that's a storyline because we didn't throw the ball, obviously, the last game. But we didn't need to. We didn't need to. We're running off 6, 7, 8 yards a clip. What are we throwing the ball for? Just to be throwing the ball? All right. He says, I think that's also a strength of Kyle is that he's going to do whatever it takes to win the game, and whatever he feels is working the best is what we're going to do, unquote. Thank you, Joe Staley. If in the 49ers' past 2 postseason wins, Garoppolo's only thrown 27 pass attempts, and he's already been called somebody called him Bob Greasy from the Miami Dolphins. Greasy had a Super Bowl where he threw for 11 games. Or worse than that, you know what I'm talking about, right? Baltimore Ravens quarterback. I don't even want to say his name. You know, cannot. Oh. Anyway, his 8 pass attempts in the NFC Championship game was his lowest total of the season. In contrast, the run game has been highly productive with 47 attempts for 186 yards in the divisional win over the Vikings and 42 attempts for 285 yards in the NFC Championship game against the Pack. JG has been productive when his number has been called this season. He completed 34 of 45 attempts for 424 yards and 4 touchdowns in Week 11 during the 49ers' 36-26 win over the Cards. But his most memorable performance of the year has to be 48-46 Week 14 win over the Saints in New Orleans. It wasn't in Levi's. He did that in New Orleans. How many quarterbacks can even say that? Period. And he connected on 26 of 35 attempts for 349 yards and 4 TDs in an extremely hostile environment, with voodoo masters sticking in with needles all game long in the Saints Superdome seats. And so Joe, like a lot of us, don't understand the criticism of his quarterback and in fact appreciates his attitude, remarking that it's a reflection of the locker room. The whole team knows that if the run game is working, they're going to stick with it, all right? And Staley said to that, quote, that doesn't fall on Jim's shoulders at all. It's a complete team effort, and I think that's another example of this team being very selfless in what we're doing, is that you have the quarterback could care less if he throws 500 yards or if he throws for 10. He just wants to win. The game and whole entire team is like that. JG claims his reaction to hearing the outside criticism has been the same since he was young. He goes on to say, I don't know. And here's a quote from Jimmy. I think maybe having 2 older brothers, you say too much, you keep your mouth shut a little bit. I didn't know. I think it just comes from me naturally how I am. This is what I'm saying. You know, and a lot of us have noticed. You notice when G gets messed with, if he throws an INT, no change of expression. You drop the ball, no change of expression. Well, he gets a little pissed when they drop the ball, though. That does show on his face. But you notice how he comes back firing with both guns? I mean, the dude comes back with a vengeance. This is why I know all this talk about the golden boy, it's getting to him. You know it is? Just like it was probably the same thing with Drew Brees. Whoa, Jimmy G can't go toe-to-toe with Drew Brees. The 49ers better have a plan. G went out there and said, I'll be damned. Boom! This is what I like about this kid. Wait till next year and the years beyond. We got something here. Silent. What do they call it? Strong silent type? That's G. He ain't gonna say nothing. But that's some dudes you're always worried about. I knew about them dudes in elementary school. You don't do the loudmouth dude who's always starting trouble and everything. He wasn't the guy to be afraid of. I got a cousin like that. The guy to be afraid of, the quiet dude. Because when they lose it, oh, it's a frightening thing to watch. Because you didn't see what was coming, and they got more rage than you could have even imagined. I love what I'm looking at. Hey! Luisao Rodriguez. Thanks, Francis. Hey, my guy. One more week. Nana gang. Bang, bang. Boom. Shit. I'm going to be crazy nervous for the game. Stay calm now because I got a whole week to go. Man, I already know I ain't going to be able to sleep. Probably started by Wednesday because I'm already sleepy now. So, I could definitely do. Woo! Oh, man. Hey, Phil.
Ronbo.
Phil, and Phil. sounds like a law firm. Phil, is it possible to contemplate the Chiefs stopping the 49ers from running? And should Jimmy G be taking anything from the comments being made about his prowess as a quarterback?
Right. A little bit of stats. So, first of all, the Chiefs' defense against the run is worse than the Packers over the year. All right.
Hey, okay.
And what did the Packers do against our run game?
Not too much.
Not too much. But the other thing is the Chiefs' defense in the playoffs. They say, "Oh, their run game's getting better." Well, that's because teams have been behind in the third and fourth quarters, and they haven't been able to run. So, yeah. And the other thing is our defense is number one against the pass. And so, I'm looking at the numbers.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the Chiefs are probably going to stack the box.
They better.
And actually, I put some money down on Jimmy G being the MVP.
For that reason.
Well, it's 7-1 odds.
Oh.
And I got $25 down.
You got to take that.
Value.
Yes, indeed. You got to take that no matter what.
Exactly. So I'm looking at Jimmy G coming out throwing against these corners that are not very good for Kansas City. And do you think Tyrann Mathieu can handle George Kittle? Seriously, one-on-one?
On his best day, no.
No. It's just not going to happen. And I think the teams, they look at Mahomes. They say they're Mahomes boy, and they're thinking, this guy's going to eat everybody up.
Yeah.
But frankly, you look at the stats per pass of Jimmy G against Patrick Mahomes, and they're not much different. They're not much.
But is that because of volume or what?
The Niners versus the Chiefs. Yards per pass. The Niners versus Chiefs, it's not much different. We're only like a 1 or 0.2 yards per pass different from the Chiefs. But we throw the ball less because we don't have to. When you look at their run game, it's like really bottom of the barrel. And so I'm thinking we're multidimensional. They're not.
Oh, yeah. So that's what I've been saying the whole time. What do they talk about, Phil? They talk about Mahomes and his passing game. But beyond that, what do they talk about?
That's it. So, I think we're going to win. I think it's going to be closer than the Green Bay game, but
yeah.
I think we're going to win.
Yeah, why?
But I decided I'm not going to Miami. My buddy is. He took my reservation and gave it to his wife. He doesn't have tickets. He's going down there without tickets.
Ooh, he's going to get scalped.
He's a big-time gambler. I'm not.
Yeah. Yeah. With scalpers, the only thing I worry about is stay away from online scalpers. The best thing to do, if you can get out to the venue, check the guy ticket, and say, listen, I ain't paying you until I go check this out up at the front, and then I'll get back to you. But hey, be careful of scalpers because some of them stick tickets are counterfeit too. So.
Oh yeah, especially for the Super Bowl. So that's why I decided not to go and spend all the money. Instead, I went and got my Nick Bosa all white jersey with the Super Bowl logo on the
All right.
With the offset numbers, the old white throwback jersey. It's a beauty.
Should be awesome.
It's a
All
beauty.
right, Phil. Tell you what, man. You got to put that
All
on
right,
and
Ronbo.
post
But
that photo
anyway,
up for us.
I'm thinking. So, how many calls are you gonna have? Like, what's the schedule going forward for you?
We're probably going to do a lot next week because since the game's coming up next week. So yeah, I'll probably be back. I'll be back tomorrow
We got
for
all
sure.
kinds of media days and
Yeah.
okay. All right, we're good.
All right.
Anyway, I'll talk to you later.
All right, Phil. Have a great night.
Hey, man. All right. Thanks.
You're welcome,
Bye.
Phil. Thank you. Hey, Dollar Bill Will.
Ronbo, what's going on? How you doing tonight, man?
Oh, Will, doing all right. Giving us too much time to think. It's bothering me. It is. I ain't gonna lie. I can't wait. I'm like Debo. Debo Sanders told in an interview, Debo, do you get nervous for a game? No, I just want to get on the field. I love me some You got to think like Debo. Can we get started, please? So, that's where I am now. But Will, here's the thing. Now, they're going to stack the box up and everything on the 49ers. They're going to try to stop us from running. But didn't the Pack try to stack the box at least a little bit on us? I got to go back and look at that game. Thought they did.
Yeah, they tried to a little bit, but it still wasn't working, man, because Kyle is a master with the 21 personnel.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it all start with Juice, man. Juice can line up on one side of the field and then come back the other way. So, the defense is thinking, well, the play is going to be where Juice is going to. Then Juice comes back on the other side, and that's where the run goes. They get all confused, and they all point things. That's how amazing Kyle is, man.
Mm-hmm.
Kyle utilizes his pieces to confuse the defense. So the Chiefs can if they want to. But I tell you what, Kyle, when they rank, like I said, man, 29th, ranked 29th in run defense, man, they're gonna have trouble. They really are, because that Green Bay game, I'm talking about, there was holes so wide that
guys are going untouched for 5 and 6 yards, and then they put the yak on them. I really
right.
Yeah.
I mean, and let me ask you this. I want to ask the fan base this: have we had any issues with Ben Garland? Ben Garland been playing at an immaculate level,
ain't he?
During the playoffs, man.
I mean, I forgot all about it till you ask about it. I really did. Ben Garland is not having no problems out there.
He's not. That offensive line is focused, man. They've been focused throughout the whole playoffs, man. That's why you're seeing this success on the run. So I got to give a shout out to him and that offensive line.
You really, and thank you for mentioning it. I'm with you on that. Ben Garland is getting it done, man.
He is,
oh,
man.
God.
And when it comes to Jimmy G has already proven that he's worth the money. He's already been proving that. We just have to face it that they're going to stick with the narrative throughout until the Super Bowl is done.
All in the next
we
year.
might as well get used to it and whatnot. But the man already proved he already proved to the league that everybody's worth the money. If Kyle Shanahan has a running game on fire in this Super Bowl, that's what we need to stick to. That's what we need to stick to. Jimmy G doesn't have to prove anything to nobody. Everybody can say Jimmy G needs to do this, he needs to do that. That's bullshit. We don't want to hear it because he already did it during the season. So he's worth the money. He's already proved his case. So
yeah, that was for you, Mike Florio. Because I know I bet you do be peeping in here. Mike Florio actually pays attention to his tweets and everything else now. Because now he's addressing 49er fans. Before you say anything to me, I didn't say that because he had a dude on the show the other day that said something.
And let me tell you something about Mike Florio. Mike Florio, let me tell you something, Mike Florio. Let me tell you something, man. Hey, we are a class organization. And it shows. We are not going out there to hurt people on purpose. This man went on the show and said that we ought to hurt Mahomes and injure him. We don't play like that. We play fair football. We are a class team. We are going to beat you fair and square or lose fair and square. I'm telling you, man, we are not into hurting people. We ain't no Greg Williams defense, okay? So, Mike Florio, you need to shut the hell up, put your mic up, and go do something else. That was the most ignorant thing I ever heard in my entire life. That man needs to go, Ronbo. He needs to go. He needs to be off the microphone.
I mean, he's been saying that's what he does, make people mad. And did you see people on Twitter? They was getting mad at us. I mean, get mad at 49er fans behind Mike. Well, y'all support that, don't you? What? Man, did anybody say they go for? Oh no,
We're
man.
not into that, man.
God.
We're not into that. We're not into that. We don't have players on the team that do that. We have class. We win with class, and if we lose, we lose with class. We congratulate the other team. We ain't into hurting people, man. So Mike Floyd need to shut that up. But one more thing, Ronbo, before I go, man. Hey, if the defense, like I know the defense gonna get pressed. We've been doing it all. We lead the league with most sacks. I'm telling you, man. If the 49ers play legit defense, stop Mahomes, stop that vertical passing game, I promise you, Ronbo, it might not be a close game. But it's on the defense, man. I'm not taking none from Mahomes.
I know. I agree.
He gonna make some spurts. But if we contain him and stick to our assignments and place fundamentally sound defense, man, we may win by 2 touchdowns. So,
God, going down the fourth quarter, celebrating the last 2 minutes. Oh,
and you know the Chiefs lead the league with most holding calls.
Ooh. Love it. Will, good stuff. I'm going to roll. I'll be back tomorrow night. Let's see what develops. Oh, man. I can't wait.
All right, Ronbo, man. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to my TNT family, player upon the Dre, Trey, Big Show, Russo, St. Louis, Real 49 Hits, JFS, all them guys. Shout out to the Ronbo Sports Fan Club, my boy Rico, Jersey Joe, Sheik, Sewell, Coach Tim, Steve, all them guys, man. Hey, man, we on the way, man.
Yeah.
We right there we few inches away. Inches away of grabbing that 6th Lombardi, man. And I believe we got it, man. I really believe we got it. All right, Ronbo.
All right, fam. Have a good night.
All right.
Yeah, Will brought up. I forgot Bill Garland's doing a great job, and nobody even notices because things are running so smooth. The only time you get upset is when they're not. Shout out to Big Ben. Hey, Dre.
Big Ronbo, what's going on, my guy?
Dre, man, I'm just sitting back here tripping because we got too much time on our hands between now and the game. And get that. That's how these conversations we need to have every day due to the fact that if you're alone with your thoughts, you make yourself crazy. I feel better already.
Right.
Dre, the AFC has nothing to compare to what the NFC provides as far as competition through 17 weeks of football. Here's what I'm saying. I think Raiders, Chargers, Denver,
Broncos.
I mean, what did they do?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, the AFC was pretty weak.
And Dre, how many running backs they got that are hardcore? But other than Oakland Raiders got a good running back, that kid that just graduated from, didn't he come out of SC? I mean, Bama?
No, Bama, you're talking about Josh Jacobs. Yeah. He's going to be a player.
Yeah,
he's a player. Yeah, he's a talent. I got to give it to him on that one.
But that's
man. There's been some. There's been some good articles that came out. If you're a true Niner fan, man, I think you should go to Niners Wire and look at the article that they wrote about Kyle Shanahan versus Steve Spagnuolo. And I guess Andy Reid is not the only one that we own. We own Steve Spagnuolo's ass also.
Where's
Kyle
he coming
Shanahan
from?
against Steve Spagnuolo is the defensive coordinator of the Chiefs.
I mean, before he came to Kansas City, I wonder.
Before he came to Kansas City, he was with the Giants, and then before he was with the Giants, he was with the Saints, and before he was with the Saints, he was with the Rams. And Kyle Shanahan just
beat him every time.
Dog shit out of him. Yeah, man. Kyle Shanahan is 5-1 against Steve Spagnuolo. He runs the same defense that Kyle Shanahan knows.
Not good.
And these are the stats in those 6 games. Kyle Shanahan 5-1, 130 for 198 on passing attempts, 1,717 yards rushing, 8 touchdowns passing, and 4 interceptions. Total rushing yards: 179 carries, 761 yards, and 7 touchdowns. I mean, it's pretty bad, Ronbo. It's really bad. The only time that Steve Spagnuolo beat us is 2017 when Steve Spagnuolo was with the Giants and we lost 21-31. Otherwise, I mean, Kyle Shanahan he literally puts his foot dead in Steve Spagnuolo's ass. I mean every time, Ronbo. And like I said, man, we got that 8 ball in the quarter pocket. We got some in the back pocket, man. When we got Mike Shanahan, who owns Andy Reid. Andy Reid is one of the reasons. Mike Shanahan is one of the reasons that Andy Reid did not get a Super Bowl. Besides for when Andy Reid was on our coaching staff. You know what I mean? All these guys, they come from the Bill Walsh and George Seifert tree. You know what I mean?
Some kind of way, right? Through some path.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All of them. So,
anybody with success. Except for Parcells has got his people out there, but still,
Yeah, Parcells got his people. Well, we got a huge group of guys. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, I was happy to read that article. It's a good read. I think everybody should go read it on Niners Wire about Steve Spagnuolo and Kyle Shanahan. Also, man, I just like how our guys are. It seems like every time our guys get interviewed, they're just really calm. It seems like they're locked in.
Relaxed.
They're not talking shit.
Confident.
They're just relaxed. They're confident. They're not cocky. They're ready to go. They're saying all the right things, and you can tell that it's genuine. It's not a whole bunch of bull job. You know what I'm saying?
They believe in Kyle.
They interviewed Frank Clark. They interviewed Frank Clark, and he reeled it back, and he started to kind of give us props. But I was like, "Nah, Frank, you already talked shit in your post game when you was on the field at that time. Don't bring it.
Don't stop now.
Don't reel it in now. Yeah, you know, but he didn't watch film, and he didn't see what type of monster he about to go up against. So it kind of made him draw back a little bit. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, man, I just like how our guys are loose, and it just seems like they're having fun. And this is just another game to them. It's the Super Bowl, but not to these guys, bro. It's just another game. It's just another game.
And that's the way it's supposed to be. Because you go in there all tight and freaking yourself out, you can't play.
Yeah.
Drake, let me see you tomorrow, fam.
Watch,
because,
most definitely, man.
Be some more stuff here.
Yeah, man.
Right?
Yeah, man. Shout out to the TNT fam, man. My player partner, Will, man. Trey Tress, Big Show, Jerry Fresh, Will Shay Lewis, man. Trey Trez, man, all the guys from Big Bro, Nate, Big Griff, man, all the guys, man. It's a beautiful thing to watch, man. And we've been waiting for a long time, and looks like we got about 8 more days, fellas.
I know, long days. We'll make it.
Yeah, 8 long days. Yes, sir. We're gonna make it. All right, bro. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow.
All right, fam. Looking forward.
All right, bro. Yes, sir.
And this so we're having gas on the chat. That's the first time I've seen that. People are actually defining their gas, right? Hey, Mel, come on in,
bang,
Mel.
Bang, bang. Bang, 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 bangity bang.
Mel.
This is good, my brother.
Oh, Mel, aside from somebody trying to stop the money, Mel, I want to ask you, though, who's it seem that's most mentally solid right now? Can you feel the vibe going on in Santa Clara? Can you see, like Dre just mentioned, there's an aura of confidence, not cockiness,
right?
Confidence. You can see these guys are they're so. Only thing I do worry about the pageantry and pomp and circumstance going on all week long in Miami. I hope our guys don't get wound up in that. I saw Debo Samuels doing an interview yesterday, and Rodney Harrison was explaining to D not to get Debo. No, man, I got my folks taking care of all the tickets for my family and everybody else and stuff. I'm here to play football. So you know what? A lot of the vets they've rubbed off on these guys, so we're looking good.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, we have vets in all the right places, Ronbo. We got vets everywhere we need them. So offensively, defensively, be good. Our boys are this is business as usual, man. We've been playing playoff games for what, 2 months now?
At least.
Being completely honest.
At least. And can they stop us?
Do or die games.
And can they stop us from running Mel?
Not at all.
I love asking the question.
Not at all. Well, you know what? I'm not even going to say not at all, Ronbo, if I'm going to be completely honest, because there were a couple games in the middle of the season there where we played against teams who weren't the greatest against the run, but they kind of locked our run down a little bit.
The
And that's where
Cardinals.
Jimmy G took over. Yep. And that's where Jimmy G took over, man. So, yeah, the Chiefs are dead. Like, I don't, there's not a doubt in my mind. We're winning this Super Bowl. I got my Super Bowl shirts and everything already, man.
Already ordered up. It
Yeah,
already made, yes.
I'm on my quest for 7. I'm on my quest for 7 right now because 6 is in the bag, bro. The Chiefs ain't beating us, Ronbo. We're too good, man. Our defense is too good. We're too focused. Unless something happens between now and next Sunday where Jimmy G breaks a limb and can't play, and then Sherm goes down. Unless dudes just aren't playing. But, yeah, they dead.
Because, Mel, I'm not sure if the Chiefs is the toughest team we played coming down these last 2 months. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
We're too physical. That's the problem, Ron, but we're too physical for these people. We're too physical and focused, man. So nobody scares me. I've been telling you that. I've been telling everybody that from the time the playoffs started, whether we were the 1 seed or the 5 seed. Now, I'm glad we were the 1 because we needed that bye more than we needed any type of home field advantage.
We just needed to rest.
We just needed to bye. But we're too physical. Nobody scares me. I wanted the Ravens in this Super Bowl.
Oh,
that's who I wanted.
All did.
But you know what's crazy?
Tennessee got to do what we was going to do. Dang it.
Right. You know what's crazy about this? This Patrick Mahomes is the greatest quarterback I've ever seen talk. We didn't even hear it during the season, Ronbo. During the season, it was Russell Wilson and Lamar Jackson. Where was Mahomes
MVP
during
talk.
the season? But now they got a product to sell. So you know. Oh, he's the greatest thrower of the football I've seen. What does that even mean? What are you talking about?
Right? Why did y'all say that a few weeks ago? He's been playing for how long? Come on, man.
Right.
Something's wrong.
I've never seen a talent like him in my life.
Max Kellerman. He's the greatest. That's the greatest quarterback I've ever seen. Max.
Right.
Whoa.
Right. I don't even curse, Ronbo, but they make me want to curse. Bro. They make me want to curse him out. Like, what the F are you talking about? What does that mean? You're making up titles and you're making up all of this stuff, bro. Get out of here, Max Kellerman. Go talk boxing.
You know, Mel. He's the most. You know what? I go along with. He's the most flashiest. I'm never ever in my life.
No, he's not. Lamar Jackson's way flashier.
But wait. But the thing is, when's the last time you seen a football a guy throw a no-look pass? I've never seen anybody attempt that. I give him credit on that, and throwing with his left hand. He makes some throws that are interesting. He's got a submarine shot where he throws underhand. He does make a lot of throws. But they said the same thing about Aaron Rodgers years ago.
Yep.
Greatest thing since
They said the same thing about Aaron Rodgers this year, Ronbo. They said this year. He's the greatest thrower of the football of all time. That's what they're saying. Because they can't call him a winner because the dude don't win. So they call him the greatest thrower of the football. Man,
they said, and the same thing was said about Cap for at least a year. He had brought something to the game that nobody had ever seen, especially in his capacity. So, this thing about the greatest quarterback I've ever seen, people need to wait a minute before they make that statement. Wait a minute.
Right. Right. But you know what? Jimmy G he has all the competitive fire we need. Do we remember when he first came to San Francisco and he said that he's better than Tom Brady? You don't think this dude got better? You don't think this dude got competitive fire when he said, I'm better than Tom Brady or I was better than Tom Brady? Are you serious?
I love it.
If he feels like he's better than Tom Brady, he's going out there like Patrick who? And get this kid out of here, dog. He's a baby, man. Get him out of here. Get him out of here.
He's got it.
I'm sure everybody listening, please understand what I'm telling you. I know that don't be too cocky. Don't jinx us. There's no cockiness. There's no jinxing. The Chiefs are dead. All right? So rest peacefully.
Agreed.
Rest peacefully. All right, man, bro. I will talk to you later, but the Chiefs, man, they dead, bro.
I like the attitude. We got him.
This is in the bag, though. They dead. All right, Ron, bro.
I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, yeah. And we race all over to see what's P. Digger.
What's going on, Ronbo?
P. Diggy, man, I'm looking at this situation and trying to make the Chiefs look, I mean, like an invincible, unbeatable team. And I said, wait a minute. You guys think that I'm reading. Oh, they think the Chiefs gonna come in. We face better teams that can play defense than the Chiefs. They're gonna come in and stop us from running. Come on in, then, Chiefs. Stop us from running. I mean, Diggy, is that even possible? I don't believe it.
I don't see it, Ronbo. I don't see it. Not at all. Look, man, our run game has been so strong. You got Kittle and Juice, like 2 extra offensive linemen out there. I mean, with
good
the movement
offensive
that's
linemen.
going on, good offensive linemen. I mean, so I don't see, all the talk is about Kansas City offense versus 49ers defense. Can we slow down Kansas City? The most important matchup on the field is our offense versus their defense.
Yes.
I got in a debate the other day with a cousin of mine that was talking about, he said, Kansas City got a great offense. Y'all got a great defense.
Yeah, it's like we don't have an offense. Oh, I love when they talk like that. Y'all ain't bringing the offense. You ain't bringing nothing but the defense. And if you can't do nothing but that, oh.
I'm like, what makes Kansas City offense great if the 49ers is only good? When we were second, if you look at every statistical category from the top stuff, from total yards to yards per game, obviously, to passing yards, rushing yards, and points per game, we are ahead of Kansas City in all of those things on offense except for passing yards per game. And they only have thrown for more than it's 45 more passing yards a game than we've thrown for.
What does that say?
45 more.
And then they say the receivers got this amount. They're number 3 in yak yardage. And then it says, but you know what?
Yardage.
The 49ers are number 4 in yak yardage. And the yardage ain't much difference. So I said, Chiefs.
But we had over 200. But we had over 2,000 yards rush.
Yes.
Go along
See.
with that. I mean,
So if we'd have put Kittle and Debo in action a little more often, we'd have smoked them as far as yak yardage goes.
Would have smoked them. Okay, Ronbo. Two stats that I saw over the past weekend. Top 2 defensive teams in the Super Bowl. The last 20 occasions, they've gone 15-5. Okay, top offenses versus top defenses. Top 5 offense versus top 5 defenses. Last 5 occasions, top 5 defenses won every time.
I knew that's where he was going. I was getting ready for it. I knew it. Come on, man. They don't say defense wins championships just to be saying it.
Right.
It's been proven.
It's been proven. So, Ronbo, based on the numbers and from what we've seen, remember Shanahan said 2 weeks ago, Minnesota's toughest defense we've seen all season.
See? And what do we do to that?
And what did we do to that?
I mean, look at Zimmer versus Spagnolia. Who'd you rather play against, P. Diggy? Shoot, I'll take Spag, man. I don't deal with Zimmer too much.
Based on the numbers, we shouldn't be surprised if we win this game by 20 points. We shouldn't be.
And
because if we get,
go ahead.
They fall down 24-0 and 10-0 in 2 playoff games.
See,
are we serious? Andy Reid has a history of doing that.
That's what I was just getting ready to mention, Diggy.
Let him fall down Let them fall down to us like that next week and
24-0. And I hope the 49ers. I hope they don't start laughing and holding each other up on the other side of the field because you got to finish the game. But let them fall down 24-0 in the first quarter, man. I mean, people got to turn around. They think they're coming back. Yeah. All right, y'all, come on back. Got news for that. Yeah. 24-0.
Yeah,
I don't know what the Texans were doing, but we don't do that.
We don't do that, Ronbo. I'm feeling pretty good, man. I mean, obviously, we know they got speed, they got weapons. But the key thing is, see what Tennessee did. They tried to rush 3 against. You can't rush 3 people against Patrick Mahomes. You open up too many lanes.
You rush
Fire
4 or 5.
the
You
DC.
let your linebackers cover underneath, and you let your DBs and your safeties play over the top. Make Patrick Mahomes throw from the pocket.
Indeed, he's probably the DC's probably asking himself in Tennessee now, why did I do that? Baby, Diggy, we got to go. Let me see you tomorrow if you get some time, will you? Good to see you again, too. I ain't seen you in a couple of weeks,
Ronbo.
actually.
Good stuff. Yeah, it's been a little bit, but I'm ready, man.
All right.
All right.
Have a good night.
Yes,
Like Diggy points out, mistakes have been made trying to defend Patrick Mahomes that make no sense. And I'm sure our people are a little sharper than this. You don't just give Patrick Mahomes, and that tackling that we saw Tennessee putting on as Mahomes is running. I counted 1. He missed. And the dude at the goal line, he wrapped him up, and Mahomes still. I said, Mahomes ain't that big and strong. Come on, y'all. Hey, JC coming in the house, 3771 JC, thanks for that contribution. He says, hey, I'm here with Eric Armstead at a meet and greet in Sacramento. Oh, you at that meet and greet? Down fans everywhere. Let's go. Bang, bang. JC, don't leave there without getting something signed, even if it ain't nothing but your forehead. Yes. And Eric Meiser says, and Eric, thank you for that contribution. He says, I saw those Super Bowl jerseys, and I had to cop at least one. I bought a white one, a white Kittle one, and am lucky to learn my dad bought me a black Bosa one. That is stocking up. And these are going to be my first Kittle Bosa jerseys. Eric, congratulations. Big Joe. Wait, let me do it better. Yo,
what's up, Ronbo?
Joe. I'm a G.I. Joe fan.
What's going on, Ronbo? How you doing, Ronbo?
I'm doing great, man. I'm sitting there thinking about, is there any team actually can stop the sophistication of the run game? I don't think anybody can stop the 49ers run game anymore. Not from now on. That offensive line has got their assignments down. George Kittle is ridiculous out on that line. Juice is doing an awesome job. You got Mostert, who takes that long to get through a hole. I mean, TC, he's improving. Can they stop us from running? I mean, Joe, really?
Well, let's get this out the way because I haven't been angry in a long time because I've been feeling so good. But, I'm calling in angry today.
Okay.
So shout out to the Empire. Shout out to you, Ronbo.
Thanks.
And shout out to all the 49ers fans. NFC West champion, NFC champion, and soon to be Super Bowl damn champion. Who the hell is damn Kansas City playing? They are not playing no damn high school team. They are playing the San Francisco 49ers. Everybody act like they just is sent from God or something. Oh, Kelsey, Mahomes, all them weapons they got. Excuse me. The Niners have been the best team in football damn near all season. They was talking about the Ravens and the Niners before they was even talking about the Chiefs all season. I'm so sick of everybody just still disrespecting us. It's killing me. I embrace the hate because, like I said, every time I talk to you, we embrace the hate because the hate make you great. But this is ridiculous how much they're just hating on us right now. Like everything I've been seeing on TV has been Kansas City, Kansas City, Kansas City. Are they playing a high school football team or are they playing the Niners, Ronbo?
Yeah. I believe it's the Niners. Good.
Thank you. So
God.
We are here. And I'm hoping that my team is seeing this and using it for motivation because the disrespect is just blatant. I don't agree with Skip Bayless too much, but the day I agree with him, he's saying the Kansas City Chiefs are feeling themselves too much. Do they realize they are playing a physical football team that can compete with them on both ends of the field? Our defense is better than them. Our offensive line is better than them. Our special teams is better than them. 49ers, we are here. It is our time. We are going to win this daggone thing. 54 will be brought back to the Bay. I don't have nothing else to say.
I tell you what, Joe, I mean, you spilled my mind out for me. And did you hear what Skip Bayless finally said during that little rant? Skip just finally stopped talking. The Chiefs are just getting on my nerves.
Exactly. It's ridiculous. I'm
Skip,
we top 2 in scoring.
Yes.
It's ridiculous. I want the hate to keep coming because I know it's motivating our team. Jimmy didn't have to do too much. We didn't ask him to do too much. Technically speaking, he had a subpar season and almost threw for 4,000 yards. He's going to get better.
Yes.
He's going to get better.
Oh.
What is wrong? All the Niners in the chat, y'all better listen up to me. I'm out here. This is Philly. This is what we do in Philadelphia. We let you know about yourself, and we're going to let them know about themselves. Andy Reid will choke. It's all about bang, bang, Niner game. Ryan, Ronbo, you take it easy. You have a good night. I will be calling you with my pick this week. We're going to take it back. Let's go.
Joe, I appreciate you, fam. Keep representing.
Yes, sir.
I'm loving it. Look
Yes,
for you
sir.
later. Be
All
back
day.
tomorrow if you've got time.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Man, that was
got
the best segment.
Good night.
Your hotline is going off the hook tonight, Rombo. That was the best segment right there. Shout out to whoever that was. What's that man's name?
That's Big Joe.
Rombo, what's that man's name?
Call him Joe.
Big Joe, you are coming on a first-class ticket to United Kingdom, baby. I love that swag. Let's get it.
I tell you what. Hey, let me say, Aaron Hodges, thanks for that contribution. She says it's my brother's birthday today. Can you sing him a Niners birthday? Lester Hodges. Hold the phone, please. Let me sing for Lester's B-Day today. Oh, sorry, double pump for birthdays. Happy Niners birthday to Lester. Niners birthday to Lester. Happy Niners birthday, Lester. Oh, God, I tell you what, I don't know if it's that more enjoying that more. The person I'm giving it to or me. And Eric also says, I like how Skip brought up Mahomes being cocky. Everybody's, I don't know who the Chiefs think they are. I did notice, somebody mentioned that the new edge guy that had a problem with Richard Sherman last year. What is that fool's name? Anyway, he sort of calmed down. What's that, man? Frank Clark, yeah, right? Now he's doing civilized interviews. Hey, Cino.
Yeah. Ooh. 8 more days before the 49ers with that ass.
Cino.
Bravo!
Cino, do you have a non-49er fan in your house? Somebody told you to hush.
Yeah, I know. It's cool. They always hating on the 49ers. It's all good. What's up with you, Ronbo?
Hey, Cino, because we're having to deal with what we have to do. We ain't getting the golden boy in red in Kansas City. He's getting all the love. They talk about how 49ers secondary will not be able to deal with that speed team led by, I said, y'all, we have stats that say we can deal with these people. Why don't you give us a little bit of respect? A little. Some are coming around, but still too many. Wow. Got us. Vegas gave them 1.5 points. All right. I understand that, but the rest of it, can we get a little bit of attention? Cino, can they stop us from running?
No, they can't, but let me read something to you that might get you a little bit hyped up.
All right. I love being hyped up.
How would a 49ers defense slow down the unstoppable Patrick Mahomes?
See, words like unstoppable. See, that already burns me up. Go ahead.
Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback this tremendous 49ers pass defense has faced all season. It gets worse.
I know. Go ahead.
While Mahomes is the best quarterback in the 49ers have faced all year, the 49ers are also the best defense Mahomes has faced all year.
At least that was refreshing.
Nah, go ahead. Expect
And
Jimmy G.
I just want to
Expect
correct
Jimmy G
before
first.
you a little bit more. Before you go any further, let me correct that. The most difficult quarterback we faced all year is not in Kansas City. He was in Baltimore. Lamar Jackson was the most scariest quarterback the 49ers have faced this year, period. Patrick Mahomes will not live up to that. He cannot stop and spin on a dime and bust up ankles going down the field. Sorry. He just ain't got that kind of talent. Go ahead.
For a quarterback that's been in the league for 3 years, they giving this man all this props. Like they forgot about Drew Brees, they forgot about Aaron Rodgers, they forgot about Lamar Jackson. He was out there actually running a lot more. It's 150 yards here, 300 and something throwing yards there.
Killing us. They didn't score a lot of points, but he was just ridiculous. If Lamar Jackson learns how to pass a little better, that boy's gonna be terribly scary. I'm telling you right now. Did you see K1? K1 was out there. Oh, I said, oh my God, he did. No, he didn't. See, I got scared. I'm gonna tell you the truth. See, I got scared when I seen that, because it says looking at him on TV is one thing, but I'm watching my guys who don't get fooled like that, falling down, ankles broke, trying to stop him. Oh Lord. Please help us. Good God, I didn't know. I knew he was scary, but I didn't know he was that scary. Oh, so don't tell me nothing about no Patrick Mahomes. He can throw with the best of them. But beyond that, man, come on.
K'Wan Williams might be an X factor on this game, and he forced Aaron Rodgers to fumble that one time.
Yeah, I know, that was pretty, wasn't it? Punched that
Pretty sure,
right out.
Patrick Mahomes might get a little scared after that. You got the front four, all first rounders, and K1. Hot boys are back.
Yeah.
It's kind of a big deal.
Yeah, all we got to do is cover, because the front four is not going to take as long. Patrick's had the luxury of front fours in the AFC that don't, except for the Chargers, that's about it. We will bring the heat that he ain't seen all season. See,
He's still here.
Yeah. So that's why I'm saying, these comparisons and the write-ups try to make it look like Patrick Mahomes can't be stopped. Bring the 49ers in. 49ers want to bring some help. As a matter of fact, they need to bring 2 teams in to try to stop Patrick Mahomes. So guys, with this is like, in some places they say it's a pick'em game. Pick'em! And even in the best 1.5 spread, what is this? Don't over-glorify him. All right, you know what? Let him over-glorify him, Cino. Because when the dust settles, we're going to see. We're going to see.
Hey, real quick, after we beat the Packers, the Chiefs had a slight chance. I guess they said a slight chance of winning the Super Bowl, and now they said they're going to blow us away.
Some writers think so. They're going to blow them off the field. Go blow the 49ers out. Okay. Ain't nobody else done it all year, but the Chiefs go do it. Okay. Cino! Hey, be back tomorrow, Cino! And you have a good
Got
night.
you, Ronbo.
All right, fam.
You too.
Good night. And big boys climb on big ring. Thanks for that contribution, fam. And he says, let's cancel the Super Bowl and the Chiefs a trophy. Mahomes is the NFL Jordan, and we got no shot. Might as well stay home, faithful. Just why bother? We done got beat before we got there anyway. I don't remember a game being called like this before the Super Bowl. I guess it's because we're in it, right? Oh. Hey, this is from Mexico. Who could this be? Could be this.
Hey, Ronbo.
Yay! And who is this?
Yeah, my name is Diego. I'm a first-time caller. I'm a long-time listener.
Diego! Hey, Diego. Welcome on in. Glad to meet you.
Yeah, I can't actually believe I got through. It took so long.
Sorry about that, Diego. You know, if I'd have known it was you, I would have jumped right in there number one quick. There you go.
Yeah, well, first of all, hello from Mexico.
Hey. Hey, ¿qué pasó, mi amigo? What do we got going on here, man? You know the
Hey.
Super Bowl's coming up.
Oh, man. I want to make a point that nobody really talks about. I mean,
All right.
Jimmy G gets a lot of flack, and
Every
we
day.
all know that, and none of us are happy about it, and who cares, really. But here's the point I was trying to make. Every coordinator, offensive or defensive, has some place in the back pocket. I personally forget the language. I call them "fuck you" plays. Third and long,
I
and we
understand
need
that.
this. Okay,
I love
so
it.
third and long, we need this. Here's a "fuck you" play, and we get the first down. Well, Kyle Shanahan, we all know it's a brilliant offensive mind, and he's got the biggest card in his back pocket that you could ever imagine, which is half of his offense because he didn't need to use Jimmy G.
See, great observation.
Eventually, he's going to need him, and he's going to use them, and he's going to have some plays that nobody's ever seen because there's no tape. And here we go. Hopefully, it won't be in the Super Bowl. And the reason I say this is because, well, if we can win with the running game, why wouldn't he keep that in his back pocket?
And Diego, you know what? What those what you're talking about, those plays you're talking about, those are gonna be the plays that happen in the first half. If the 49ers get them back on their heels, they go right back to running. As soon as they get them confused, they'll just keep running it down their throats. And they can't stop the run. They just think they're okay, but they ain't that kind of good. It's all
That's
a
exactly what I'm
balance.
talking about. I mean, why would you use anything if you don't have to? If I'm Kyle Shanahan, and I'm not obviously, but we already know what he's going to say because he said it after the NFC Championship. He said when he was asked why did you run it, he said, "Well, it was working."
Right?
Why
Which is
would he do anything else?
It was a stupid question. I still don't understand why that bothers so many people in the media. So 45 runs, kind of run heavy, huh? It was working. Why would I do or stop doing something that's working? They can't stop from running? Then we just run them off the field. They get worn out and tired. We score points. The game is shorter. We go home with the W. They don't, Diego. The
And
guys
that's the
asking these
only
questions
thing that
don't
really
know.
That's the only thing that really matters. Get the W, and the same counts for the Super Bowl. You don't have to be pretty. You just have to win.
Thank you. And this is not about appeasing Jimmy G. Jimmy's fine with the plan. You know? He's just-
Everybody's fine with the plan. That's the whole thing. This entire team is completely selfless. All they want to do is win.
And that's what we're going to do, Diego. Diego, I got your name now, fam. I'm going to tell you what, we're going to go. And I'll see you. If you get a chance, get him back here tomorrow, will you? We're looking for you.
Yeah, man. Take care.
All right, Diego. Have a great night. Oh, I love it. Diego out of Mexico. And Jordan Barrett, I see you. Thanks for the contribution. He says, Chiefs rank #1 in committing defensive holding. And you know they're going to have to do that. I could see Nick now. Oh, he's getting away. Grab him. Hey, what? You try to stop him any other way. 10 yards. You say another word, I'll put 15 yards. Hey, Jack, Come on in, Jack. Jack, as we zoom out to the UK, where Jack is taking Jack TCB. Imagine the music now. We never gave Jack a WWE name. There is a Jack in the WWE, and I just can't remember. Wasn't he a manager? Captain Jack. Hey, Jack. Oh, Captain Jack from what's the name of it? What's the name of that movie? Jack, where you at? Captain Jack Sparrow. Johnny Depp's nephew. Jack will come back. Jack's gonna bring it. Hey, Dustin.
Hey, what's going on, Ronbo?
Justin, man, I love the question because everybody knows in order to beat the 49ers, first you better try to stop them from running. And then it's no promise because Jimmy G could get loose on you. So what are you going to do? We are not a one-dimensional team as the Chiefs are. Oh, I'm talking about, excuse me. My mom would have slapped me. I was never allowed to do that. But anyway, Dustin, how about that?
Yes.
Can they stop the 49ers from running?
No. Negative.
I'm trying to tell you, man.
And they're not going to, who's to say that they're probably thinking about the running? Jimmy G could just be working on the passing, that's all it's about. And, there's this guy I work with, kind of, and he's a big Kansas City Chiefs fan, and I went to kind of congratulate him on his win, and he seems to think that his he's like, it's the best defense versus the best offense. Not saying that our offense isn't great, but I mean, is good, but I mean, it's defense wins championships. I'm a firm believer on that, and he seems to think that our defense isn't as good as the Kansas City Chiefs defense.
No! The Kansas City Chiefs defense? Oh, that's an insult. The 49ers defense is way better than the KC defense. That's just wrong. That's just mean. God. Okay.
And I don't mean to bring up the past, Ronbo, but I still feel like this should be 7 Super Bowl trophy we're coming for.
I know.
2012, that should have been it had we had the offense we had now. I mean, with the exception of Frank Gore and it should be number 7. That's all I gotta say. But that's okay.
Yeah.
You can't change the past, and you can only look towards the future. And right now is the future. And
Greg Roman is not Kyle Shanahan, so that's there's that. So,
Nope.
That's all right.
Oh,
we had no business passing the ball. Should have just ran it in. But like you said, let's not bring that up. It's a very painful thing to think about again. So, it's okay. We're moving on. We'll get 7. Yeah. So
sounds good, Ronbo. I don't got much to say tonight, but I just wanted to give a shout out to you and the faithful fans out there, and to that. I told that Chiefs fan to listen to your show just so I can dog him, and
tell me you learned something.
Watching and listening.
God.
Defense better than ours.
Oh, sometimes some fans don't know what to say, so they say absurd, bizarre things. The Chiefs aren't famous for their defense. When's the last time anybody talked about the Chiefs' defense? That's strictly an offensive-minded team.
We could be here all day if we try to think about that.
God. Anyway.
All right,
hey, Justin, good to hear from
have
you.
A good night, man.
You too. See you later. We'll be back tomorrow. All right.
Awesome. Bye.
Let us go back and see if we can get the captain of the Pirates of the Caribbean, Captain Jack. Come in, Captain Jack.
Yo!
Jack!
I got another one for you.
Which is?
15-3 because we got Jimmy G. Shout out to my boy Kenny. What's going down tonight? What's going down?
Oh, Jack,
let me know because I'm going to let you know.
Okay, go ahead.
First of all, man, let's start this segment off straight away with the Honey Badger, who's rated the highest. You know what I'm saying? Let's start off with him tonight. And can somebody put some respect on my boy Jimmy Ward? You know what I'm saying? We're not talking Jimmy G right now. We will be, but couldn't we put some respect on the man? Because he's getting franchise tagged next year. Well, this year, but next year. Who's getting franchise tagged this year, Ronbo? Who's your pick?
Well, you bring that up. I've been worried about that because I don't know if it's going to be Eric Armstead or who. I didn't think about Dub. I was hoping we could just pay him outright, because Armstead's going to require a lot of money. So I'm not sure what's happening there. You got DeForest Buckner that needs to be paid. Yeah. Or do we pick up a fifth-year option on him? Maybe we can pick up the fifth-year option.
I'll tell you something right now. It definitely ain't going to be the kicker.
Hey, Robbie already got paid. Mitch is in his rookie contract. We don't have any kicker issues. We're done with that. Anybody else? So now that you mentioned it.
I didn't know he got a contract, but all right, good. Thank God. I don't keep track of kickers and shit. You know what I'm saying?
No,
thank God we got that motherfucker sorted out. You know what I'm saying?
Robbie got paid. Mitch is a rookie. So you got Eric Armstead and you got Dub. We got a running back. I'm not sure what's going on with Matty B, Jack.
I want Jimmy Ward franchise tag this year. I'm telling you, there's a reason why the defensive coordinator, I forgot the dude's name, the freckled guy, when we had Kelly, said that's one of the best 11 guys. This guy, Salah, is one of the best 11 guys. Everybody says this is one of the best 11 guys we got. He's improving. People don't see this shit. He's improving and grooving. He's getting better by the second. I swear to God, when he hit that motherfucker and flipped that motherfucker last week, you remember that
Did
hit?
you see it? He got underneath and lifted and jumped.
He's bringing the pain like Ron Dane. I'm telling you, man. He's got that K1 Alexander, Quan Alexander, you know what I'm saying? Juice. And talking about Juice, that caller I was talking about earlier, man. Philadelphia. Shout out to you, Philly. You know what I'm saying? Because he bought that tonight. But, you know what I'm saying? All I'm saying is, man, Trez, you my boy. But every day, every motherfucking day, we got to hear the Red and Gold song. God damn, I put 2 days, and I came back, and I got 2 songs. Jack is back. God damn, Trez. You my boy, but we got to set this shit up.
Wait, hey, Jack. Wait, remember, we got youngsters. Listen. Here's the thing. I told you and everybody else about J-Dub. Just because he ain't playing don't mean he can't play. See, this is why I want to make that point again. See, because he wasn't on the field. Everybody made the assumption he couldn't play for some reason. I never could understand that. He plays a whole season now, and he plays at safety. He's not the best corner guy, but you put him in his natural spot out in free safety, look out.
Listen, man, who's your favorite 49 on defense right now? Don't be shy, Ronbo.
I got it. You want the truth? I mean, I do love me some Nick Bosa. That boy could, boy. Oh, I enjoy watching him play. Nick kills me.
Listen, man, I don't know what it is about Quan Alexander. I told you when Tart was hot, that's my favorite 49er. When Bucker was hot, you know, I go with the flow. You know what I'm saying? I switch it up. You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't just get that the Colonel sent the bucket from the KFC. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man, right now it's Quan Alexander because he's bringing the. I'm telling you, man, that motherfucker, he's bringing that thing. I don't know what it is, but that juice, he's bringing it, man. And because of him, man.
I agree. Quan is like, I don't have, you said who's your favorite. When you ask that question, the difference between my favorite and anybody else, there's not an inch between the next guy. I love this defense from top to bottom. But Nick makes me laugh.
Man, I knew I shouldn't even ask you the question. I should have asked Trez or somebody that question because I knew you was going to go there because you want the limelight tonight. Everybody, Ronbo was right this year. Jack got his hands up right now in the UK.
Jack,
okay?
Jack's that true?
He was right. But listen,
Jack, we
we're going to end it like this. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
We're going to end it like this. This is going out to Stephen A. Smith. You know what I'm saying? Jimmy Garoppolo is the only QB this year to have, you know what I'm saying, a top 5 ranking in QB wins, completion percentages, pass yards attempts, and passing touchdowns. top 5 in all that category. No other quarterback has that, Stephen A. So quit worrying about Trey Wingo and start worrying about Jack and Trez and Ronbo, because we're coming for you. And by the way, Stephen A. Smith is listening right now, because you know what? He likes Ronbo so much, supposedly. Inside edition, everybody. He likes Ronbo so much that he's getting tipped off at him because he's running out of motherfucking ideas. Quit worrying about Trey Wingo. Start worrying about us, motherfucker.
All right. Jack, good stuff, fam. I see you tomorrow if you get some time, will you? All right. Oh, God. Anyway, hey. Let me go to 2Ps. Yeah, hello. 2Ps.
Ronbo.
Yes, 2Ps. Come on in, fam.
Oh, man. It's been a minute, brother. How you been, man?
Yeah, I just realized we're at 2Ps. I remember that name, but not talked to you in a while. 2Ps, welcome on back.
Hey, I'm always calling and can't get in. You too popular now, Ronbo.
You know, the line does get a little tangled up sometimes. And with the system, sometimes it just cuts people off. So hey, by the way, if you do get cut off, anybody that's on the phone, it is not us. The system gets a little crazy. But we could just call back in seconds later. 2Ps.
Right. So look, man, I just got a couple things to say tonight. I'm gonna be quick. Look. And I ain't heard nobody say this, but I was listening to something and the GM said this, right? Mm-hmm. Now, this is how much of a genius Kyle is, right?
Okay.
So he doesn't scheme to beat the defense. You know what he does?
What does he do?
He schemes to break the rules of the defense.
I got that segment yesterday myself. I enjoyed that.
Oh,
yeah.
When I heard that put a whole nother perspective on it for me, man. Mm-hmm. He's scheming to break the rules. So what are you going? There's nothing you can do because he's scheming to break the rules that you run your defense by, right?
That's why he studies it.
Was
that
do?
Bill Walsh
What are they
that studied defense for one solid year, and he originated that concept of not breaking to beat you, but break all the rules of your structure and what you're trying to do and what goes against it.
Exactly.
It takes a genius to do that.
Exactly. And so like people don't know this is what Kyle did when he was young, right? His dad told him, you know, Kyle, I think it was he worked for the Raiders, and his dad told him, said, hey, so you know if you become a coach later, they're not going to tell you all their secrets, but while you're young, why don't you go in the defensive coordinator's room and just sit in the back and listen? So that's what Kyle did. He did it for years, and he picked up a lot of information when it was Gruden for the Raiders.
Yeah.
So this man, he knows what he's doing. We're just underestimated. It's okay. They can say what they're gonna say about us, but we know it's Niners all day, man. The Chiefs, they don't want to see us, Ronbo. They don't want to. We're gonna show them.
I honestly, I really do think they will be slightly intimidated in the first half because you know what the pressure's on them? For some reason, they've been starting out slow. Both games in the AFC playoffs, they had to come from behind. Now, they got to know.
Right.
If they get in a situation where they got to come from behind against the 49ers, it's going to be a long day. All that magic they performed against some other teams, that ain't going to happen.
Right.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Ain't gonna be on the field long enough.
They ain't faced beasts like us. They haven't faced a team like us yet. They don't know. And you know. So his dad is helping him break down these films.
I know.
That's you know what I mean. So it's a family thing. It's not just him. It's like the pedigree is there, the experience is there. We gonna get him, man. We gonna get him.
And can you imagine? You're dealing with Mike and some spin from his son. He has Mike and Kyle figuring out how to beat you.
Right.
That's a scary combination.
Right. Now, the only thing I'm a little scared about is so hopefully Kyle's working with Saleh and making sure his what is tight because
I tell you what, there's another.
We got to show up, but I think we can do it. We can do it. Yeah.
But that defensive coaching staff, Kosuric has got them dudes it looks like half the time looks like they're on drugs. I just hope they never test Nick Bosa because Nick plays like he's lost his mind sometimes. He's the same speed at the beginning of the game as he is the end of the game. That's not human.
Yeah.
And relentless.
Yeah. Coming off this rest.
Oh,
yeah.
Man.
Coming off this rest too. Man, I can't wait to see it. I'm so pumped, man. I can't wait. I cannot wait.
Got D Ford.
gonna be a
And
good
two piece, you got two Ford, you got two Ford, you got D Ford on the other side, pissed off
Right.
because they blame him for not getting to the Super Bowl
yeah.
last year and got rid of him.
Right.
They said,
Right.
y'all gonna get rid of me? Y'all gonna get rid of me? All right, I'm back.
Yeah.
Oh, can you see the attitude?
And then Clark is talking stuff like he jumping off sides. You've seen him 2 interviews where he talking shit.
Oh,
right?
Frank is just strange.
Yeah.
Ooh, they got.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait. There's lots of grudges going on out there, because George Kittle wants to get Anthony Hitchens for beating him up while he was in school as a freshman, and then you got D Ford at the other end, and you got the Golden Boy getting way more attention. I know that's bothering the 49ers and Jimmy G. There's a lot of side stories going on here. Two piece, we gotta go, fam.
Look, when we played them, when they hurt Jimmy, right?
Oh, then
we
there's
was playing them pretty good, and that was last year. We're a whole different animal now.
There you go. Two piece, we got to roll.
Man.
I'm going to tell you what, man. If you get a chance, get on back here tomorrow, will you? Looking for you.
All right, I'll be back, man. I'll be
All
back.
right, fam.
Put me through quick, man. Put me through. All right, good luck, brother.
All right. Bye-bye, two piece.
All right, peace.
Hey, let me go here. Hey, Joe Test says, one more win, and that ooh-la-la. Ooh-la-la-la-la. It'll be epic next week, won't it? Don't let me have to start singing the first half. I swear to God, if they let the 49ers jump out to a big lead like they did everybody else and think they go roll back, all they're going to see is the 3-1. And first they'll see the 3-1, and then they'll be, oh. Or it's one or the other, you know? Be talking about every play I call is a touchdown. And Skip Bayless said, really? First time me and Bayless could agree. Ellis! Come on in, Ellis. Oh, God, man. Ellis Emilio.
What's happening?
Emilio, it's all about the ability of the Chiefs to not let that first quarter, let the 49ers build up a big lead. And then if they were working on stopping the run, boy, they really got to put in some overtime to stop the run now. 24-0. The 49ers have jumped out in the first quarter to a 24-point lead. Now, the question is, can Patrick Mahomes bring the Chiefs back as he's done throughout the playoffs? And then there's all of us at the same time, Emilio. 1, 2, 3. No! Come on, Patrick.
Well, before I get started, I'm on the phone with some of my old buddies that used to be on the show. I don't know if they want to speak up now or they want to wait. I know you remember these guys. You got Andre and
What's up, Ronbo?
Yeah. Hey, what's up, fam? Who else?
Hey, how's it going, dude?
Hey, I don't know. It couldn't be any better. I mean, I just need for Sunday to help me get here.
No, Will's on here. I don't know where Will's at. But
I'm Will.
But anyway.
Yeah. Hey, you guys, aren't you at work, Emilio? You guys, Emilio,
I am.
You own this company, don't you?
Yeah, right. I ain't trying.
Dude, Amelia is one bad hombre.
Apparently. Well, guys, clock's running. Give me some stuff here before we run out of time. Hey, the question tonight is, can the Chiefs stop the 49ers from running?
No, anything's possible, but no, I don't see it. We done said it before. I told you before. It ain't gonna happen. This game is gonna go down to who has the better arm, the better passing game. Honestly, they might stop our run, they might not, but that's what's gonna be. Who has the better arm? Who can get the ball down the field and put up 2 points during the passing game? Other than that, it might turn into the Saints game, passing game. I don't really see a run game. We get away from the run.
Yeah, I can't.
That's what it's gonna be then.
I hope not.
And you know what? That's a good question, though, because I don't know. I think the 49ers, we didn't have Who was it? We didn't have D Ford that night. We had him for a couple of snaps, right? I'm still trying to win. They had one wide receiver that tied in.
We didn't have Quan either.
Yeah, there was no Quan. Because they were just really, Drew Brees was doing whatever he wanted to that night, and that does worry me. But nobody else has had to been able to do that. So I ain't going to get scared. Not yet.
Yeah, like I said, at this point, it's just wait and see what happens. Like I said, I have a feeling we're going to win. A lot of it do. It'll be a closer game than anything. It ain't going to be like what we did with the Vikings or the damn Patriots. It'll be a closer game.
Oh, you mean the Packers?
It's really gonna go with that. Who has the ball in the end and who's controlling the clock? Really, is what it's gonna boil down to. Other than that, I don't really see one or the other really team getting away from it.
A four-quarter game.
Who has the ball at the end and who can control the clock? Yeah. Who has the ball at the end and who's controlling the clock?
Let's see. Because this scoring 40 points on you after you get them down 24 points or 10 points or something, I say, man, come on, man. That AFC is a little bit more tender than the NFC. We've already played some defenses that are better than what they got in Kansas City. So I don't know what happened to them teams. They couldn't score no more. But that ain't happening. So I ain't scared of you.
Texans are soft.
All right, man.
That's what I think.
All right, fuck you, Ronbo.
Yeah, who is that? Did I hear? Did you say Andre by any chance?
Yeah, I said Andre.
Andre!
Yeah, I'm here.
Andre's been in Japan.
Hey, what's up, dude?
Ah!
Hey, yeah.
Yeah, I've been.
The guy that used to wear no shirt.
Yeah, right.
I used to come on a lot more often.
I haven't seen you in forever. I see you on your Instagram, and I always get a kick out of you. He's in Japan and he's running around. And Andre, I saw your girlfriend on that on those photos. I see why you're hanging out.
Yeah, I do all right.
Andre, we're out of time. Get on back here as soon as you can if you're staying around. All right?
All right. Yeah, definitely.
All right, bro.
This is Andre. Fuck off.
All right. God. Have a good night, guys. Oh, man. And we move on to Ellis. Ellis. You know, it's funny. I got a kick out of that. Who was that? It's two-piece. Was talking about the concept of he's just going to break the rules of the rule. You know, Kyle Shanahan, see if people don't understand, we're dealing with a cerebral approach to the game. This is just not X's and O's. Hey, Maurice. Maurice, is that you? You okay?
That's me.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
right.
I'm okay.
Yeah, Maurice, man.
What's up, Ronbo? What's going on? What you talking for?
Tonight we're talking about the possibility and the only way the Chiefs can actually just stop the 49ers and actually beat us down defensively is, and they're not famous for beating anybody down defensively, but they'd have to stop the run. Maurice, can the Chiefs actually stop the 49ers from running?
No.
Yeah.
They cannot stop the run.
It's like a rhetorical question.
You know what? They're not even talking about this.
I know, right?
They talking about it, but they're not talking about it. They're just talking about what Pat gonna do.
Just
they ain't
bring
talking
it in.
about what our offense gonna do with them. You know what I'm saying?
That's bothering me, Maurice.
us.
Why is that?
They can't stop us. That's what I like. I want them to keep talking about him. So when we hit them in the mouth, they get surprised. Oh, you know what I'm saying? All that speed ain't gonna do nothing to get in the mouth.
And you sitting on the bench because you watching that run game.
That's right. You're gonna be still when you come out there. And them boys gonna be ready to come at you like they're like, you know what I'm saying? They ready. They hungry too.
And this is the Super Bowl, Maurice.
I tell you what, this game here, I give you, man, we're gonna have about 5-6 sacks this game.
Oh, and the thing is, it is the Super Bowl. Kyle Shanahan's going to be coming up some stuff that we're going to be sitting and saying, oh, my God. Kyle hasn't ran that play all year. What was that? See, I already see the what was that plays coming up. Because Kyle ain't trying to hear about losing no 2 Super Bowls. You know this.
We're winning this Super Bowl. It's for us.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's just fun. You know what I'm saying? We was just 14, 4-12, and came all the way back. Now we in the Super Bowl. Man, we got so much religion to win this game. We ain't worried about Pat Mahomes. We ain't worried about Andy Reid. Nobody.
See, and they got their assignment, their game plan on Wednesday. The defense did, and all D-Buck can talk about. Yeah, we just got to get out there and make sure we contain, because you let that quarterback stay free back there, he can hurt you. We know that.
Oh, we ain't worried about that. We ain't worried about that. You know, look, he know what's the Jackson guy?
Lamar.
He know he know Lamar Jackson.
No. Maurice, I'm glad you brought that up.
He's just a normal quarterback that can throw the ball. That's all he is.
That's what he is. We got 3 guys on the defensive line. I'm not talking about the secondary or the linebacker group. We got 3 guys on the defensive line that can outrun Patrick. See, so I'm saying,
then we went to the linebackers.
So that's what I'm saying. It's not a race. K1 is not going to let him. I'm saying, he's talking about, I've been studying up on Lamar Jackson, what he did against the 49ers. What for what?
Really, Tennessee really exposed how to stop Lamar Jackson, because I think that's the same defense they try to run on Pat Mahomes. You know what I'm saying? Try to run, you know what I'm saying, rush 3 and drop back, you know what I'm saying, the rest of them.
And don't give no passing lanes. Yeah. Well, he still ran for over 100 yards on that kind of system. So you can't run the 3-4 against a lot of these quarterbacks anymore. If you ain't got 4 guys up front, they better be talented. You better be talking about blitzing all game long or running packages, because that means there's too many lanes open.
You got these guys in the blitz.
Man, you got it.
But you know what I'm saying? We're going to run the ball right down their throats, and they ain't going to be able to do nothing about it.
Mm-hmm.
I already see it.
Frank Clark.
I already see it.
Suggs. Pillar. These guys, they don't. Offensive line.
Man, you're going to get at least by like 150, 160 yards.
Oh, easily.
And then Jimmy G, he's going to throw about 250 or 280 with 2 touchdowns, because they ain't going to know what we doing, either pass or run. They going to be guessing the whole game.
Yeah, because the thing is, I think George Kittle's going to get cut loose. Now, George wants to sit around. George will brag about having been responsible for the 49ers running 200-300 yards on the ground, see? But Kyle really should, just to let everybody know, let George Kittle get a few receptions so he can yak them up. I want to see them dudes out there. Oh, and Debo.
You know what?
Same thing.
I believe they're going to be the plan. They going to get in, let some of them yak them up, and then let them run. Yak them up, run. They ain't going to know what. They ain't going to know. They ain't going to know how to stop it. Because they're going to look like we run the ball, you know what I'm saying, when we passing the ball.
Just beating them up, pop top and bottom, working the head, working the midsection, punching the ribs. Come out here, get a kidney punch in there. Bam! Hey, Maurice, we gotta go, fam. Let's see you tomorrow, okay?
All right.
Oh man, this is too much fun. And Johnny being good won. Thanks, Johnny, for that contribution. Thanks for the platform you provide for us Niner fans. Can't wait for us to bring that 6th Super Bowl home. Shout me out, Johnny B. And singing, Johnny be good tonight. Go, 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 go. Go, Johnny, go, go. Oh, Joe, Johnny, go. Hey, Eli.
Ronbo.
Eli, what's up?
Not much, man. Hey, Ronbo, have you heard Jerome Bettis? He's going for the Chiefs. You know why, right?
Well, no, I can't imagine why Bettis would be going for the Chiefs. How come? He's got a son on the team?
Because he don't want us to. No, because he don't want us to catch up with Super Bowl.
6. He does not want us to get 6 rings. Tom already caught him. So, the Patriots already caught up with him. See?
Well,
so
they don't want another team to have those quick 6.
I know. Then it becomes common. Everybody got 6, except for the. Hey, wait, Eli. Except for the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas.
You're right. the Dallas Cowgirls, huh? Rambo. Oh man, Rambo. These people no respect on us, man. What the hell, man? People are still talking about the number one of everything. I'm saying the number one to be at home. That's what they are.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell is going on with them, Rumble.
I don't know. You know,
It's sad. It is sad.
It's
you know?
wrong.
It is sad that people are wrong. Yeah, they are wrong. They're all wrong. They think that they're playing a high school team or something.
And they talk like we don't have no offense. It's the 49ers defense versus the Kansas City Chiefs high-powered offense. Hey, excuse me, can I? Hey, we're bringing the oh, they wouldn't let me finish. We're bringing the offense with us. God.
Oh, I hate that, Rumble. But you know what? We're going for a quick six, and that's it. We'll be legendaries, like you always said.
I know, you know. And Quan is going to be legendary this weekend. You know that, don't you? They're going to be running back there.
He's going to be slapping around things.
Yes, indeed. You know. And Nick and D, they're going to be putting pressure from the outside. And he thinks he's going to run off. Because, you know, hey, Eli, you ever watch Mahomes? Mahomes takes like a 30-step back. And you know why he does that, don't you? So he can create these huge areas for his receivers to work in. But they don't know.
Not with our defense.
Right, so I'm saying they don't know Quan and Dre. Oh, man, and Fred. We got some really good pursuing. Y'all go ahead and open up that area so you can get some openings. They gonna get their butt beat. Go ahead, throw the ball. Throw the ball. They'll run his little butt all the way back to the end zone for safety.
Man, Rumble. Man, I'm telling you. Rumble, before I cut off, I mean, you have yourself a blessed night because my phone ain't working right now.
Oh, okay.
You know what? Go Niners. Go Niners all the way and screw all them people negative, man. We need positive.
They will not behave.
You know what I'm saying?
I do, Eli. You know I know.
Rumble, you take care.
You do, Eli.
Yeah, you know
Get that phone fixed and come on back tomorrow. All right.
Thank you, Rumble. You have a blessed night. Thanks, you for
Eli.
all you've done.
You too,
Take
Phil.
care, boss. Take care, bro. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Oh. Hey, can we roll up here? I saw Coach say something that was about running that three that I wanted to check in on. Keep going. Up we go. All right. Somebody was eating potato chips. We had to get rid of that. All right. What is that? Coach has mentioned three. And it's a good point because a little further. There he is. And Coach says, no, you can't rush only three and play zone behind it. You'll get diced up by those wide receivers and Kelsey. We'll rush the sack Francisco 4 and sometimes our dime cornerback 2. Salah has a game plan. And like somebody mentioned earlier, you get Salah and Kyle together, which is Salah's. Kyle's not getting a lot of burn for his defensive prowess, but to know as much about offense as he does, he probably knows a lot about defense. And I thought about that a long time ago. So, you know, hey, Raul.
Yo, Ronbo, did you hear the word on the block?
Wait, the word? Did I hear the word on the block? Yeah.
The block is hot. The block is hot, baby. The block is hot. Hot, boys.
Yes, indeed.
What's up, Ronbo?
Legendary.
What's up, Ronbo?
You know what I'm saying? It's good
Legendary.
to be red and gold,
Man,
baby.
I've been hearing all this talk about the Niners ain't gonna do this. Jimmy G can't do that. You know what? All I know is the Niners are in the Super Bowl. I'm proud of my team. You know, I called in earlier in the season. What's up with Kenny, man? I haven't heard from Kenny in a while.
Yeah, Kenny, I guess he gets busy now or he can't get into the phone line. Sometimes the phone line gets a little crowded. But, you know, you talk about 13-3 because we got Jimmy G, Kenny.
Yeah, because I remember week 5 when I called in and I told you. I didn't remember his name, but I said 13-3 because we got Jimmy G.
He gets in right after the games, though.
Baby.
Yeah.
Yes, look at us now. Look at where we are now, baby.
13-3.
Man, I'm proud of this team. You know, Jimmy G, he got the vengeance on him. He's going to come back. You know, he remembers that torn ACL. Kyle Shanahan remembers that Super Bowl. There's a lot of factors that are going to come into key. I think a lot of our players have a chip on their shoulder, all for their own reasons. Before, because the Chiefs let him go. Jimmy G torn ACL. Kyle Shanahan goes to the Super Bowl. We just have too many things on our side, Ronbo. You know, we have an elite defensive ends, elite defensive line, corners, linebackers, the hot boys. Even our offensive line, like, come on, man, we got our
better
team is too well rounded.
way better than last year. Hey, and by the way, Raul, you remember last year? Remember the Kansas City Chiefs? They scored at will every time the game started. Kansas City scored every time they went down the field. They scored. But remember what happened. But remember what happened in the second half? All of a sudden,
we were
the
coming
49ers
back. I promise you, Rambo, if Jimmy G didn't tear his ACL, we were going to win that game. Jimmy G doesn't tear his ACL, we win that game.
We had stopped that scoring right now. And that's why I know, I said, they got all them track runners, okay? Let's see if we don't adjust a little sooner this time than we did last year. See, because they can't stop the 49ers offense. They can't do it. Nobody's talking about that. But that we will see what we will see. And hey, Raul, they like to start from behind so they can have them heroic comebacks. Let them go ahead and get 24 points down to the 49ers. We'll see how heroic they look Sunday. Coming up with that.
They have no chance. And you know what, Ronbo? Honestly, I don't think that's going to happen this game because they're going to look at what they've been doing wrong the first half. But what I do think is going to happen, they're going to let it go in the second half, and that's when we're going to win the game, baby. That's what's going to happen. I honestly think they're going to look into what they've been doing wrong in the beginning of the first half because, you can't keep making the same mistake over and over and over, especially in the playoffs. Your coaches got to look at what you've been doing wrong and correct that. But you know what? That's going to tire out their defenses sooner, quicker with our run game. And all they're going to do is break them down, and then we're going to wear and tear them, and then break them up, and then Jimmy G's going to break them down.
And,
he's going to throw the ball.
Raul, I got to tell you, who's got a better offense than both the Texans and especially the Titans?
Oh, yeah. We got a better defense and better offense, baby. They have no chance. No chance. They got no chance.
And, Kyle's already thinking they have a problem starting off slow. So we're going to put 30 points on them.
Kyle's not going to let off the gas.
I know.
He's not going to let off the gas. Even if we're up by 24, he ain't letting off the gas.
I know, right? Keep that foot on the neck for 4 quarters. I don't care how many points it is.
Yeah.
Oh, 20%. I'm looking forward to that
Ronbo,
first
I don't know
quarter.
if you've seen. Have you seen those memes? I mean, I know you'd be on Instagram, so I don't know if you've seen the memes where it shows Jimmy G smoking a cigarette, where it shows the Niners by 3, Niners by 4 at the end, where it has all those sayings.
You know what? I'm going to look for it, though. I've not seen that one yet. Yeah, I am on Instagram, but I missed that one.
All right. Well, yeah, it's a bunch of memes, but pretty much I got one for the Super Bowl, baby. It's Nick Nack, Patty Whack. I don't care because Patty Mahomes is going to get sacked. Niners by 10.
On that note, we got to go, Raul.
It's all good. Niners by 10. Jimmy G strings, baby. He's taking the club down after the Super Bowl. Let's get it, Niners gang. Bang, bang. All right, Ronbo, thank you for everything you do, man. Have a good night.
Thanks, Raul. You have a good night, too, fam. See you tomorrow if you get some time. Oh,
all right, Ronbo.
And let me, it's at 6:50? I said, yeah, 650. Hello. 650. Area code 650. 650. Fell down.
What's up, Ronbo?
Yo. Who is this? Santana. Come on in,
What's up, man?
Santana.
It's my first time calling your show, man. Excited, man.
Hey, Santana. Santana. I know a Santana. Is that who I'm talking to?
No, I don't think this is my first time calling, man.
Oh, okay. What's up? Hey, Santana.
What's up, man?
Yo, man.
What's up?
Nice to meet you. And we're sitting here talking about this game coming up Sunday. This game that we wouldn't expect to be in by too many people except us. Santana.
I've been hearing crazy stuff, man, saying that we shouldn't even show up to the game. There's gonna be a blowout, man. That's crazy. There's not gonna be no blowout at all. Let me tell you something. Our defense is shut down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That front seven is gonna run through Patrick Mahomes. It's not gonna be that one game he has all the time, throwing for 5 TDs and all that. No, it's gonna be closer than that. I believe Jimmy G is gonna have a good game. You know what I'm saying?
And
and if they try to stop the run, they
that's what I was going to ask you about.
You know, They want to run it. If they want to stop the run, well, Jimmy G's going to pick them apart along with George Kittle and Deebo Samuels, Emmanuel Sanders. You know, so.
Santana, you know what's going to end up happening because they're going to want to stop the run, right? Because everybody knows the 49ers going to run the ball, kill you with that. Jimmy's probably going to start out throwing from first snap. Jimmy's going right to the air. And then they notice, oh, man, we done prepared for the run. What is he doing throwing the ball? And see, that's when loosen him up, just like a fighter. Loosen him up, work that. And then all of a sudden, they go back to the run. And now you got them off balance. They don't know what to expect. I want to call it now. But what do you think?
I agree with you. That's exactly what I've been saying. Exactly what I've been saying. Loosen them up. Like I'm pretty sure. Kyle Shanahan. Everybody underestimates Kyle Shanahan, man. Like people don't take in consideration who he is.
Yes.
He's one of the best,
if not the
offense
best
coordinator in the league.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty sure he has something cooking up. Chef Kyle Shanahan, and he's gonna show what's up in the Super Bowl.
And Santana, you know what Kyle said? He said, if we needed to play this Sunday, we're ready. And Santana, you know what that means? By this time next week, they'll be even more ready than they were this week. If they're ready now, all they got to do is polish, shine.
That should tell you. That should tell you everything.
Right there.
That should tell you everything. The Niners are ready. I know Jimmy G's ready. That running game's ready. That D's ready. That O-line's ready. Like everybody's ready, man. We're gonna turn it up. We're gonna light them up. I guarantee you. So I'm calling it like this, Ronbo. I'm calling it like this. I'm calling it 38. On it 38-24, man. Just because we have that defense. You know what they say? Defense wins Super Bowls. So
it's last 5 in a row. It's all about the D. That's
All right, well, Ronbo, I'm gonna let you go, man.
All right, Val. Good to hear from you, Santana. All right. Got your name in the system. Be looking for you. We'll be back tomorrow if you get some time.
Oh yeah, for sure, definitely, man. I definitely will be on, man.
All right, Santana. You too, fam. And let's go check out Bryant. Bryant.
Hey, Ronbo.
Hey, Bryant. Good to hear from you, Bryant. I heard from you. How's the family? Say hello, everybody, to fam.
I'm the only one here today, but they're all doing good.
They would have left you?
They're all doing good.
Poor Bryant.
Yeah, so I got a free moment. I was able to call in and say, hey, and I am so happy the Niners made it to the Super Bowl. I'm so happy. Man. They did it. And every time I call in and I'm talking to you, I'm always saying the same thing. We gotta win the West. It starts right there. We win the West, and we can start focusing on everything else, and one game at a time. And Ronbo, I don't mind us being underdogs.
Oh, I like it.
We take that underdog approach. We go in. Everybody thinks we can't do it, and then we just quietly go to work. And that's what the Super Bowl is going to be about. If we get a big lead, if we get 2 touchdowns ahead, they're not going to catch us. They're not going to catch us. It's not going to happen.
And we're better than the Titans offense and better than the Texans offense. So I'm thinking those guys jumped out to leads. What are they doing strange? Because their defense is not that good, number one. I says, you know what? If that be the case, if those guys can jump out to 24-10, why don't they even just take the middle ground? I tell you what, 21. 49ers got 21 points in the first quarter. Now, go ahead, Chiefs. Do your thing. You guys going to come back on us? This ain't Kansas, so I don't know what you guys are going to be feeding off of. Woo! I can't wait, Brian.
I got a feeling they're going to come in, and Jimmy's going to throw the ball a couple times. He's going to get 2 big scores real quick with his arm. And then after that, we're just going to start running the ball because, like everybody else has said, the Kansas City Chiefs, their defense, their run defense isn't as good as the Vikings. It isn't as good as the Packers. Yeah. And it's just going to get ugly after that. He'll get like 2 passing touchdowns or a couple throws, and then after that, if he only throws the ball 8 or 9 times, I'm okay with that.
Big smile on his face, sitting on the sidelines, talking to people in the stands. Hey, Jimmy, you guys are up. Hey, hey. I'll be right there. He said, it'll get relaxed after a while because the 49ers, as soon as they smell blood in the water, Brian, that game's over. That's just what they did to the Packers, and that did with the Vikings. Kyle even said it. I knew they couldn't stop us running. I said, let's just do that.
Yeah, it's going to be play action pass. They're going to get it burn a couple times, big plays. Kittle might get a touchdown, or Sanders, or Debo might actually get one, And then after that, once we have like 2 scores up, we're going to start just pounding the ball. And if Mahomes gets hit a couple good times, he's going to back down. He's not going to be able to. It's not going to be pretty. And everybody at work is talking. They're like, the game against the Packers was boring because they want to see excitement. They want to see score back and forth. And, sometimes classic football, it works. And that's right now what we got. We got classic football. We're going to pound the ball. We're going to win with defense.
And play defense. Run the ball and play defense.
So,
old-fashioned football.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me again. This is going to be our year. And I'll call again real soon. And, man, hopefully next time we talk or before then, we're
talking about number 6.
But that's all that's it. That's it. All right, everybody.
All right,
Go Niners. Stay faithful. Bye.
Thanks, Brad. Good to hear from you. Talk to you later. Yeah, it's like Robert Saleh says, our defense is about, everybody does their job, stay disciplined, stay focused. And what you end up doing is you don't play on emotions. You just do your job as you're supposed to do it. Don't take any outside factors in. You make the great teams look average, and the average teams look like crap. What does that say about the Vikings and the Packers? Hey, Ellis, I thought we talked to Ellis earlier.
No, we didn't talk to Ellis earlier.
We were looking for you earlier, though, Ellis. Ellis!
Okay. Yeah, sir, I'm here. What's happening?
Ellis, tonight we were discussing the fact that it seems that the Chiefs, the questions come up, can the Chiefs stop the 49ers run game? And I laughed. I said, the Chiefs, when's the last time the Chiefs stopped? Okay, everybody thinks since they beat Derrick Henry down, that they can just whoop everybody. We stopped Derrick Henry. How the 49ers go do? Y'all don't understand. Derrick Henry was just trying to beat you with brute force. His offensive line wasn't doing anything particularly special. And Derrick Henry takes a couple of steps to get started. What you don't want Derrick Henry to do is to get through that initial front line stop and get rolling. Then he's a truck. See, so they don't understand. But Ellis, you address that. At the Kansas City Chiefs, can they stop the 49ers from running?
Man, I'm going to tell you like this. If they say something about, I know we're trying to give kudos to the other team. I know we have to be professionals and do that as far as Kyle and them. But shit, we got our own track team, and they got to keep up with us too. Our running backs, we hitting the hard. We hitting the hard. We hitting the hard hitting the holes like a track team. You know what I mean? It's gonna be fast. It's gonna be quick. And if you don't hold on, you're gonna be eating dirt. You're gonna be eating turf, whatever they got out there in Miami. You know what I mean? I don't think they can stop us offensively. They may have some answers for the run, but we have different formations. We have different sets and different ways we can run. And if nothing else, I mean, we can fire them out. We can fire them over their head the rest of the night. I mean, I think Jimmy, we can put the game in Jimmy's hands. Heaven forbid anything happen to Jimmy. Oh shit, we can close out with Nick. You know what I mean? Hell, I got faith in Nick Mullins. I don't care what nobody say.
I do too. Nick knows that offense. Kyle said the only person who knows the offense better than him is Nick.
Yeah, I like Nick Mullins a lot. I would say that right now. I like when he came in. He came in strong, and I think we could have played just as good, if maybe not even better, with him versus Jimmy G. I don't know, but Jimmy's done great for us, and I believe Jimmy can take the game over the top. And if we'll be able to throw the run back in there, they're not going to be able to just stop us on the run the whole game. I don't feel like they can do it. I personally feel like they're too sloppy on defense, like I said.
Yep,
and
you're right.
We're going to have them jumping off sides all day, and we're going to, they're going to be all hyped and jumping and bouncing around, but they're not, they're not as seasoned, I think, as we are. I know we're a young team, but we have a seasoning about us, with this last 7-8 games that we had for the season. I think that puts us in a different bracket when it comes to competition and what our capabilities are.
And Ellis,
especially
what I really find interesting, if the Chiefs have this thing about letting teams jump out to a lead and they heroically come back and beat them up in the second half, praying that they make that mistake against the 49ers. 49ers, if the Chiefs can score, Texas can score 24, the 49ers, I really do think can score 31 in the first half, right? So now, look for the Chiefs go come back in the second half and beat the 49ers to death. It's going to end up happening. For all of a sudden, they're going to find themselves sitting on the bench, and there's Mostert and TC, one after another. 7 yards, and that looks like another first down. And that looks like another first down. Meanwhile, there's 7 minutes left. The 49ers have already taken 6 minutes off the clock here in the third quarter. And see, that's what I'm saying. Okay, Chiefs, y'all thought you was going to run that joke. You've been running the last 3 weeks through the playoffs. The joke ends today. That's what I'm saying. They're not going to get on the field to be able to run that, even if they do become magical suddenly. Come on, man.
Man, listen. If we put up 24 points and they have 0 at halftime,
game over.
It's going to be we're going to be in the 40s or 50s by the time that fourth quarter clock hits 0-0-0-0. So that's just what we know has to be done. This is going to be a situation like it almost will feel like, wait a minute, is this a joke? We're beating them 20-0, or we have to kill them. We have to go all the way and keep scoring because something's going to happen. You know what I mean? Because of how they came back on the Texans and how they have this ability to do these have these strange spurts and come back within these times like that. But I'm not scared. But
right, Ellis. And I tell you what, Ellis, we got to go though. I'm going to see you tomorrow, Ellis. You get some time, will you?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Shout out to you, Ronbo, as always.
Thanks,
to the Niner faithful, man.
Let's just take care of this business,
gentlemen.
There you go.
Yes,
all right, Phil. See you tomorrow.
All right, champ. Peace.
And let me go check out $1. Oh, no. We only got $1. Let me get Bill's $2 bill.
Oh my goodness! I've seen so much hate. I watched TV last night. I almost threw up. It's nothing but Casey, and Casey. And you know what? That's fine. Let them get their moment of, what do they call it? The 2 seconds of shame?
It used to be 3 seconds, 15 seconds of fame versus, how many seconds? 2 seconds of shame?
No. 2 seconds of shame when they lose the bowl. It's going to happen. I'm telling you. If our team is watching the hate and starting to feel it of all this, because let me tell you something. The man curse is real. I don't have to repeat that over and over. And, for all these Casey fans and my hype, they're going to be crying. Shout out to EDP445. He actually is rooting for us to win. And every Eagle fan, a true Eagle fan, does not want to see Andy Reid win this. He put them through a nightmare. He put them through a lot of bad moments. And on top of that, we ain't talking about Katie Sowers, So let's talk about Katie Sowers, the first female coach on our staff.
Wide receiver.
We're going to make history. We're going to make history. And I'm already talking to a buddy who makes ponchos and stuff. I told him to make one for Super Bowl champions already. Because you know what? It's coming.
It's really funny. I think people are confused about the 49ers, especially the media people. I really think the Chiefs are just going to just beat us up. And they didn't even beat us up last year when Jimmy G got hurt. They escaped. Come on, man.
They're sleeping on us, Ronbo, and that's the way I like it. I want them to sleep on us. I want them to underestimate the Niners. I want the Kansas City Chiefs to go on the field thinking, we got this. We don't even really have to fight that hard. And by the third quarter, they're looking at the score. This ain't right. 49-0. What's wrong?
Yeah. Well, you know what? The thing is, the 49ers will score over 30 points in this game. Now, where will the Chiefs go? I have a feeling the Chiefs will be like where the 49ers like to put everybody else. About 20, 21.
Yeah,
really do.
And go ahead, Rumba.
No, I really do. Because the Chiefs got this bad habit of starting slow and allowing teams to jump out to a lead, and they come racing back behind them and pass them up. Y'all ain't gonna be. You could be sitting down on the bench watching the running backs take over the game. Go ahead, give us that big lead. The Texans, I don't know what they were doing, and the Titans were tired from being the wild card. I'm feeling so. We're not tired, and we got plenty of firepower. Let's jump out to that lead. Dare ya?
D Ford, another one we ain't talking about with the Chiefs.
He can't wait.
He got to learn Andy Reid stuff. So I bet he's telling the team, this is what they're going to do. This is what they're going to do. Because you know what, Reid, he ain't got that much scheme. I mean, come on. Reid's just a never going to win it coach. I'm going to put it that way. So, D4's going to come out there with the energy. Our team's going to come out there with the energy and let them know who they should have been talking about. And for Stephen A. Smith, you're ready to eat crow after the Super Bowl. I'm telling you right now.
And don't get
What are
any
you going
gravy.
to say? What are you going to say?
Hey, what is Stephen A. Smith now saying? Is he taking the Chiefs side?
Yes.
He has already. Okay. Because most of them have.
All the experts are taking the Chiefs side.
No, what's the big ex-Dallas Cowboy? He's taking the 49ers, it seems?
Him. I know there's Stephen A. Not Stephen A., but I used to know his name.
Give me his name, chat. The big dude that's always hollering at Stephen A. lately, and he hollers more.
The Cowboy fan.
Yeah, he hollers and yells more at Max Kellerman now too. He gets mad at Max. Max, stop! I'm tired of talking about it. Let's move on to the next. He moves. I said, man, look at this dude. He's taking over the show.
Is this Skip Bayless you're talking about?
No. There's a big linebacker, a big lineman that's on with. That's the way to get his name. There's a big lineman on the show now with Skip Bayless and Max Kellerman now. He seems to be a regular all of a sudden. Marcus Spears. Thanks, Dwight. Okay. Marcus Spears. Spears yells at these guys. Right. He actually intimidates Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith one day said, man, you got mad at me and scared me, okay? I ain't got nothing to say. So, anyway.
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good about next Sunday. I'm happy. I'm excited. Yeah. I wanted to get over with. And you know what? Somebody needs to come up with making some Kleenexes for these Chiefs fans because you know what?
They're going to need it.
They're going to be crying after the game.
Bill, we got to stop, though. Let me see you tomorrow, and if you get some time, and we'll continue because we're going to be talking a lot next week.
Yeah, give me a 49er shout-out before I go.
All right, UH Snap. Niners for the $2 bill in Shania. Night, Bill. Oh, somebody did
night.
This. Night, fam. And let's get Bethel in there real quick. Bethel. Oh.
Hey, Ronbo.
Bethel, tonight, the question is, will the Kansas City Chiefs be able to do what pretty much only a couple of teams all year have been able to do, and that is to stop the 49ers run? These guys can't stop themselves.
There's something I was going to call yesterday, but I was really tired and I fell asleep. I couldn't call in, but, there was something that I actually learned about Tom Brady. Tom Brady is actually still hates Jimmy G, and he don't want him to succeed.
What? Where'd you get that?
Yeah, he called Patrick Mahomes and gave him advice, and he haven't even called Jimmy G.
Wait a minute. Wait. Tom called Patrick Mahomes and gave him some advice?
Yeah,
really?
He actually did.
I got to go check that out. What's up with that?
Yeah, he was. I seen an interview where he said, "Oh, Tom Brady called me and gave me some advice and told me to be myself." And I don't know what the advice is. And when they asked Jimmy G, "Hey, are you going to call Tom Brady?" and he said, "Maybe that's a good idea," but
yeah, he didn't. I remember that.
He didn't say nothing.
I didn't know Tom had already jumped on the Kansas City train.
Yeah, it's because you don't want to see Jimmy G succeed.
You're probably. I believe it. I could see that.
He's still mad. He's still mad that Jimmy G is getting all this praise that they didn't keep him, that they should have gave rid of Tom Brady instead of
Oh,
keeping
and it
him.
makes sense, right? Because this was
Yeah.
supposed to be the year of Jimmy G versus Tom Brady, the Super Bowl. So Tom said back, I was supposed to be playing this year. I don't want him to win it. He's going to win it without me? Yes, Tom.
Yeah, so
I got to look this up. I
he's
can't.
right
That's
there.
so bad.
So and another thing that I seen when we're playing Green Bay, I seen Green Bay started holding our players. That's the only reason they actually started to score and started to actually doing drives on our defense, because the referees let them, hold our defense line.
Yeah,
That's the only reason they actually got some points.
And the Vikings, the same
And
thing.
and I actually seen, the Green Bay started to play a little bit dirty, because I seen they try to injure Jimmy G. If it wasn't for the knee brace that he had, Jimmy G probably would have messed up his leg. But good thing
Also,
he had
did you see that? You see that shot they put on Nick Bosa? Nick Bosa gets clipped a lot, but the dude shot down low to get underneath the pads and get it dig in on the ribs. I seen that because
I don't know if you've seen also the tight end lowered his helmet, try to hit our guy. If our guy would have not went all the way down and picked him up, and he fucking flipped, he would have hit him hard with the helmet.
Yeah.
I'm all like, these guys trying to be dirty.
That's
but
we got some guys that know how to get dirty. This is why.
Yeah, and another thing
Go ahead.
I want to say was the reason Kittle doesn't have all these points, because they're always holding Kittle. Every player is always holding Kittle. Kelsey, they don't hold him. They don't do that what they do to Kittle. So if it was that they would throw all kinds of flags for holding Kittle, nobody will be holding Kittle the way they do.
That's why Kyle let the refs know in epic fashion last week. That was so pretty. Kyle called it just before the guy, because Kittle ran a route that was going to take him toward the sideline. And sure enough, the dude was over there holding George and everything else. Referee couldn't get the flag out fast enough. I said, that's the way to do it, Kyle. Keep them refs alert. Bunch of clowns.
Yeah.
Man. Anyway.
I'm all like, and then I go, and plus I know that we're gonna win because, I don't think the referees are gonna interfere, because right now all the money is on KC right now.
Right, it's a Super Bowl, so. But Bethel,
if Vegas, we
got to stop. Let me see you tomorrow, okay?
All right, no problem, and we got this, because our defense is gonna be pumped up, our offense is gonna be pumped up, so we're gonna get this. And Ronbo, like always, good job, and
thanks, Bethel.
Keep it up, and as a Niner fan, let's keep up the faith.
There you go. All right, fam.
Let's go.
Bethel, have a great night,
and
too.
Hit that light.
Thanks, Bethel. Did somebody accuse Tom Brady of wearing a training bra? That would go. You guys are funny. There's about 30 times that I want to laugh, and I'm trying to remain focused. Don't make me laugh. That one got me. Woo, man. Yeah, if they're going to put the Honey Badger better get some help if he's going to be the guy to stop Kittle. That is going to be funny. Hey, KC.
Uncle Ronbo.
What's up?
From Trent Baalke to Johnny B. Good. What's shaking?
Johnny B. Good tonight. I wish we had a guy on our team named Johnny. We don't have one, do we? We don't have a John. Shucks. We could
John
definitely.
Lynch.
Well, I mean, but he's out on the field. Well, John Lynch has been Johnny B. Good since he got here. That dude, man.
Yeah.
Their ability to pick players out is just ridiculous. Man.
Yeah, man.
But,
they're ready for a nice 5 to 10 year window, huh?
Oh, easily. I mean, all we got to do is be able to keep up enough money to be able to keep these guys on the team. That's the only thing that worries me. We got some studs. George Kittle's going to require a lot of money. Debo.
Yeah, I just hope they don't test Nick Bosa's baby boy.
Oh, no, don't. That's not even a question. What I'm more concerned with is next year when his contract runs out, can we have the Bosa family all in Santa Clara? Shucks, man. Ooh.
I don't think so. I mean, just contract-wise,
I
But,
know. They can't afford all that.
Yeah. I know the Cowboys can't afford all that. The Cowboys are screwed for the next 10 years, man.
So they need to be, too, because the Cowboys, man, them boys, as long as
Jets are screwed. There's a lot of teams, man.
I know, man. Look at the Seahawks. Actually, the Seahawks should have some money by now. They've gotten rid of all their talent. I enjoyed saying that so much.
That's what I was just thinking, Ronbo. What do you think? What do you think? This Niners team versus the Legion of Boom. Imagine that defensive showdown, man.
Oh, man. Well, the thing is, Richard Sherman, what do you do with Richard Sherman in that situation? Because originally that was his group, and now he's with us.
It's two different Shermans. It's Uncle Sherm.
We got Uncle Sherman. They have the young Sherm.
Yeah.
There's two different teams. Our secondary and linebacking group, those guys are just fast, really fast. I mean, we just ruins teams with speed. And this is why when you look at a track meet, the Kansas City Chiefs got that track meet wide receiver team. You know what? If I put Matty B, Raheem Mostert, and we go ahead and we get Marquise Goodwin, because Goodwin can actually beat their top, Tyreek Hill. Quiet as it's kept. Their times are no different, but Marquise is an Olympian who knows how to beat somebody. And against the rest of the guys, Heem is faster than people understand. Well, you watch him play. And Matty B, oh my God. We're talking all these guys running 4.3s. So, we got speed.
I'm looking forward to watching Kendrick in the red zone. Kendrick's got mitts.
And Jimmy can find him too. And by the way, he gets in and out of routes faster than most people in the NFL. That's why you see Kendrick wide open like that suddenly. And G and him got that timing down. Kendrick goes in and out, bam, boom. Gee, look at Kendrick running right into it. Oh, my God, I love to watch
I hope
that.
Kyle does something crazy with Juice. You see Juice line up on the, you see him spread out.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Patriots were doing in the Super Bowl last year. They spread out, what's his name, Devlin? They put their fullback out, they spread him wide out 3 plays in a row.
What team are you talking about?
In the Super Bowl last year, the Patriots, they had him on the outside 3 plays in a row or something crazy, and they didn't do anything with him, but he was just there, and you never see that, and it worked.
Yeah.
That final drive, but.
Yeah, the Patriots kept dropping the ball. They had that one guy who kept dropping the passes. Forget his name.
The Niners are the Warriors, man. They can do whatever they want, man. They can just, take it back 100 years, or Jimmy's ready to throw 50 times if he needs to, and
that's the thing.
But that's not going to happen.
Not necessary, because our offense has got versatility.
Yeah.
All the Kansas City Chiefs can do is depend on and hope that Patrick Mahomes continues on the game for 4 quarters and doesn't get hurt. See, so that's why I'm saying.
Hey, Ronbo, I got another question for you. Answer this as fast as you can.
Okay, real quick, because we're out of time. Go ahead.
Who do you want in a 2-minute drill, Jimmy or Pat?
Don't make me answer that. You know what? Let me think about that for a second. We got to go though now, fam. Let me see you tomorrow though. Okay. That's a good question, though. Hey, I'm going to throw that in the chat, too. Who do you want in a 2-minute drill? Between Jimmy and Pat. All right. All right, fam. I'll see you tomorrow.
All right, take it easy, Ronbo. Hey, I hope this next week's not too painful, man.
No. This is going to be a long week. We'll get there.
It's like 60-hour days right now, man.
You know, right? All right. See you tomorrow.
All right. Adios.
Adios. Hey, Stephen Fisher says Niners Dynasty is just getting started. Thanks, Stephen, for that contribution, too. Oh, God. Hey, Kevin.
What's up, man?
Kevin, it's all about now starting to build up a little confidence about this game. And wow, you think about everything. I don't know why the Chiefs should be winning this game. They can't stop the 49ers run game. They don't have the personnel to do so no matter what they do schematically. I thought about that. Okay, somebody said I wouldn't answer that one. I'm going to be honest with you. In a 2-minute drill, probably Patrick Mahomes, to be honest. Jimmy G can work you down the field, but he's not going to be able to get it done in a 2-minute drill as effectively as Patrick Mahomes. All right, Kevin, I throw that question at you. In a 2-minute drill between Jimmy G and Patrick Mahomes, who do you like?
Jimmy G, baby. Of course.
I want to say that, but I've seen Mahomes do that before, and it is kind of miraculous. But again, it depends also on who he's playing against. It's a hard call to make.
That's
Jimmy
true.
G can run that 2-minute drill as well, too. We've seen him do it. So,
Well, hey, first of all, I've been out of commission for a little while. I've had a couple of busy weeks at work, so I'm glad to be calling back in and talking to you, Ronbo.
oh, good. Yeah, glad to hear you.
I think I talked about this a little bit earlier in the season. Jimmy G with the 49ers, I mean, I can't remember a game where he has the ball second to last or last and put us in a position to win. So, yeah, Patrick Mahomes is flashy.
No, Kevin, it was against the Seahawks. He put us in position to win. There was about 2 minutes left or so. The kid missed the field goal. He got us down the field. He got us in position to win. He got us down close enough for the field goal, and the kid kicked it into the tunnel, all out into the street. I mean, it was into the parking lot. I don't know what happened to him. He froze, but
right. So
he can do that.
Can you think of a game? Can you think of a game where Jimmy G didn't lead us down the field and put us into position to win? So that might answer your question right there. To be
that's
honest.
even better.
I mean,
When's the last time he failed?
I can't think of a game where he's failed.
Yes, good point. Yeah, we were driving in that game against the Falcons. George Kittle threw that ball. He was trying to switch as he was going to the other side of the field to his right hand because he was on the right side. He threw the ball too quickly and he lost it. George was going to get that first down. Again, that would have been a Jimmy G win. You're right. You know what?
Exactly.
I'll take G. You're right. Let me stop because I want to take him.
One of the coolest things, I mean, I know it was a couple years ago, but that video that came out where, he was directing, Marquise Goodwin, Kittle, and he was predicting each play, before it happened. So, I would rather take finesse and command over flashy. You know what I'm saying, Ronbo?
Same here.
It's more consistent.
Agreed.
It's more consistent. And I would take, intellect and football IQ over, the big arm and the flash anyway. It only lasts so long in the league.
And that's
I don't doubt I don't doubt Mahomes is going to have a great career, but his level can't stay consistent to the likes of Jimmy G if he can keep progressing.
It's true.
But Ronbo, if I've been listening to the chats and listening to the people calling in over the last couple weeks, just catching up in the morning before work. But I think the best way to stop the Chiefs is you're going to have to make Mahomes roll to his left and shade the coverage towards the left sideline and make him throw across his body. So what I would do,
and he loves to do
is
that. Yeah.
I would have a spy. Well, if he rolls to the right, then he can still use his legs and his arm downfield. But rolling left and throwing across your body is extremely difficult, especially with the speed of our defense. So I would have D Ford on the right side most of the game, and I would have him rush up the field to force Mahomes to his left. And I would stunt Buckner and Armstead up the middle, and then have Bosa play wide on the left side. And then I would have a spy. I'd have Greenlaw. I mean, all of our linebackers are fast, so it could be Greenlaw, and they're all good in coverage. It could be Greenlaw, Warner, or Alexander. I would have them shade to that side and spy them.
Kevin,
that's what I would do.
It sounds like you've been talking to Robert Saleh because I got a feeling he's got something along that lines lined up too, because he likes to go way back in order to create a lot of real estate in front of him so his guys can work. He wants to get that ball to him, and the longer he's running back, the more time they've got to get into position for him to do a Russell Wilson. But Kev, we got to go. We're out of time, though. Good stuff. Brought up a good subject on that one. If you get a chance, get on back tomorrow, will you?
Absolutely. Sounds good, Ronbo. Hey, thanks for having me back.
Thanks, Kev. Good to hear you back, too. All right. Have a good night.
Right. Bye.
Yeah, Kevin's bringing up a good point. And, there's going to be some strategies. We know what he likes to do. He likes to run way back, scramble, scramble, scramble. He's stalling for time. If you run his butt down, and as I say, we got 3 guys on that defensive line that can run faster than he can. Let's see how that works out for him next Sunday. As we protected a 34-point lead. I can't wait for that first quarter. As he lets, hey, Mark Slaughter, what up? I think Debo likes trucking defensive backs. You know he does. And these guys are weak, too. I can't wait to see what happens. 915. Who is that? Hello. Hello.
Hey, how's it going, Ronbo?
Yeah. And what is your name?
What's going on?
Oh,
my name's Christian, brother.
Christian, it's all about the red and gold week, all heading up to Super Bowl, win number 6 trophy, if you know what I mean, Christian.
Damn right. That's what I'm saying, Ronbo. You know what?
We got this.
You know what? This is my first time calling onto the show. You know what I mean?
I know. Yes. Good. Great to meet you.
Yeah, man. No, definitely a pleasure to meet you too, man. I mean, I've been watching you for a few years already, man, and
All
I
right.
just finally grew the guts to actually call in and tell you my whole mentality of this whole Super Bowl game. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Let it go, Christian. What are you thinking?
Oh man, I'm thinking a lot of things. Well, mainly just 3 things. You know what I mean? Well, the first one would be the Kansas City secondary isn't as good as the Niners secondary. That's going to be the main thing for sure.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm thinking. You know what I mean?
And you're right. Because if we're ranked as one of the
all year.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, like what I'm saying. All year, the Kansas City secondary hasn't been as good. Of course, yes, that D-line is pretty decent, but that Kansas City secondary
can be had.
They just give away a lot of touchdowns. I mean, look at the Texans. You know what I mean?
Just killed them.
Exactly.
I don't know how the Texans gave up that many points after they got out to that lead, but you're right. Just exploited them. I don't know why they didn't stop. I mean, what made them stop?
Exactly. Yes. And another thing too is the Andy Reid scheme. It's just the passing scheme. That's what he strives for. The passing scheme.
Him and Bruce Arians.
Yes, and you know what I mean. And that's nothing compared to the Niners front four. You know what I mean? It's nothing. It's butter. Makes it even better, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. And Christian,
what I mean?
you bring up a good point, because if all they're going to do is vertical shoot us all game long, that's going to get Patrick Mahomes buried. He ain't going to be able to. There's going to be too many times when he's covered. And he breaks off running like he did against the Titans. Shoot, man, we got too many guys who can run faster than he can. Come on.
Yep. Definitely. That's why I'm so confident that we got the Super Bowl in the bag. You know what I mean?
All the networks are picking. Some have said they're looking for a Kansas City blowout. I can't understand. Why would you think that? Nobody's blowing the 49ers out all year.
You know what I mean? You know what, Ronbo? Like, this has been the longest 2 weeks of my life right now. You know what I mean?
Can't wait, right? Hurry up, let's get this going.
Exactly. Yes, exactly. And just watching all the videos, like everybody like going for Mahomes being the savior. You know what? The way I see the Super Bowl is the Niners versus Mahomes. You know what I mean? Because this team is all a family. You know what I mean? This team, they have that mentality. You know what I mean? And that does not break easy. You know?
That's it. They got each other's back out there at all times. They all know what they're doing. Kristen, the 49ers have already said if they had to play this Sunday, they are ready. So you see, that's why
I'm right.
I'm saying if by next Sunday, they're going to be a little more than ready, aren't they?
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
It's all in the preparation.
Definitely with like Kevin Coleman being a little, I know that injury that he sufficed in with the Packers, but you know what? I feel pretty confident even with or without Coleman, because this team, like I said before, it runs on a family, and that's how it is. You know what I mean?
And I got to tell you, Kristen, I would like to see, you know what these guys are not good at? Chiefs are not good at protecting the edge. If Matty B is deployed in this game to run that zone stretch, you could see a clinic being held. Mostert doesn't care.
Yes.
He'll beat you up on the edges, down through the middle, whatever. But Matty B runs that stretch. Ooh, it's poetry in motion. If these guys can't get to the edge fast enough, and they cannot, B will tear them apart. Oh, God.
And you know what? You know what, Ronbo? Like I live in El Paso, Texas. So I'm just surrounded by nothing but Cowboy fans. You know what I mean? And you know, you have all those haters, all those Cowboy haters. It's depressing being here, to be honest.
But you'll have. Tell you what, Christian, your day is coming this weekend though, because you're gonna be able to celebrate, and they will leave you alone. Christian.
Oh, definitely, for sure.
Christian,
of course, but yet again, like how I was saying before, I have a whole bunch of Cowboys doubters and all that stuff, but like I said before, this Niner faithful, and I'm super happy that I actually got to call in before the Super Bowl. This Niner faithful that I've been watching videos on and stuff like that. Like we all together tonight. You know what I mean? We're all together for this for the Super Bowl, and we got this for sure.
We got this, Christian. Christian, we got to go though. Let me. If you get a chance, get on back here tomorrow, man, because we will be here. All right.
Will do, man. Definitely for
all
sure.
Right, Christian. Appreciate you, fam. Great to meet you. I'll see you later. All right.
Likewise. Bye.
Thanks. And JT. JT, we have a guy in here named Testosterones.
Hey, Ronbo, you want to give someone else a shot? If someone's on next.
Oh, you tied up? Okay.
Me,
all right.
On the road drive, I don't want to get a ticket.
All right, yeah, be careful. Be careful. We'll get back. We'll come back. Okay. Hey, Jamal.
Hey, you know something? I haven't called you Uncle Ronbo in a long time, man.
Yeah. Well, it's okay. I got enough nephews. Some of my nephews are older than I am, which makes me laugh.
Yeah.
But Jamal, go ahead, man. What's up? Get out. Because at the 49ers, the run game, not very many people have been successful in stopping the run game.
Right.
What are you thinking?
What I'm thinking is this. Like, I want to go back to 1999. And it was the year, the World Trade Center got hit and whatever, and we come back, and, we weren't doing too good. Now it's the so-called Rams, and then the New England Patriots, and how they were just hyping up the greatest show on turf, and what they're gonna do with Kurt Warner. They got Marshall Faulk, they wide receivers. But I think New England introducing these guys physicality. They beat them up, did they not? All the dink and all the bombs that they were Kirk Cousins was doing. None of that was happening.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm looking at. What's coming up in this game? How they hyping up the Kansas City Chiefs, then Patrick Mahomes and Kelsey and Tyreek Hill and whatever.
Like we ain't got nobody playing for us. Yeah.
Right. How that's going to change when Sunday comes.
Let them do it. And I tell you something else too. One of the things that the Chiefs are going to have to be careful of, if they play the same way they played against the AFC teams they played against, they will be buried and early.
Early, very early.
Yeah. So
yep.
I don't know what Vegas or anybody else is thinking here, but they let the 49ers jump out to a 20-plus point lead. Game over. Game is so over.
Very, very over. Yeah, like losing in a game of Pac-Man. I'm telling you, man. So, hey, let them have all the glory, because that's what they did in 99. The greatest show on turf, what have you. Then New England came in. I saw these guys getting popped. Icy Bruce, as soon as he get the ball right and you hear him popping them, I said, let them say it, let them keep it. And as Richard Sherman said, keep that energy. So when we make y'all look stupid, don't say
We know where to
nothing.
find
So,
you.
yeah.
And, you know,
Yeah, we know where to find
and,
y'all, y'all.
and even more recently, remember when Cam Newton and his high-flying 15-1 Panthers came in against Peyton, I can't throw the ball no more, Manning, in there with the
Right.
the Denver Broncos, and the Broncos, boy, they beat Cam up from the first quarter all the way to the fourth quarter. Oh, they beat him up. Boy, my good. Every time Cam stepped back, he couldn't. Oh, that was nasty. I felt bad for him. They was hitting him. Refs weren't calling a foul. They were just beating him up. That's just, you know.
Sir. And that just goes to show you what they say. Defense wins championships, and we got the defense. I ain't never seen no offense win no Super Bowl. None.
This is why
Peyton Manning when he went up against the Legion of Boom.
Right? And yeah, right? Peyton knows. That's why they went out and got a defense.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
and they just killed. And you know what? Cam has not been the same since that game either. I mean, Cam's seeing stars, probably double vision. Oh, they beat him so bad. Just beat him. He was so scared. Remember that fumble during that game? Cam wouldn't even dive for the ball. He was so beat up. He said, oh, man, y'all, I've been beat up enough. I can't dive for this ball. Damn, it's a Super Bowl.
Yeah, exactly. So I say to you, man, let them have all the glory, all the hype, all the bandwagon is there too, and they pull up the sheets. You should have seen them see me at dialysis. Man, I'm going for the sheets. Okay, go ahead, go right on ahead.
Tell them, go ahead. Everybody's doing it, just like they did. Peyton Manning versus yeah, it's okay.
Well, I get a couple of people, a couple of dialysis technicians saying, it's like, no, Jamel, we with you. No, I'm with you. I don't care what they say. I'm with you. So I say, yeah, stay with me, Jerry. Jerry Wood, a dialysis tech.
Oh, Jamel, I hope you're feeling good. Jamel, we got to go, though. If you get a chance, get on in tomorrow. I'll be looking for you. All right?
Yep, I will.
All right. Talk to you later, Jamel.
Have
a good night. You too, fam.
Yes, sir.
And I see John V. Hey, John, I'm not feeling Mahomes in a two-minute drill because we dropped too far back, no blitz, and we give up crucial yardage to mobile quarterbacks. I'm reaching for oxygen. Damn it, we did it with Russ twice. We got to win this by 10. You know, John, one thing I do feel good about, the 49ers have seen that so many times from so many people. I got a feeling they finally got this worked out. And we may be able to see that tomorrow just in time. There has got to be a scheme where you can compensate for that sudden void. And it's about coverage mainly. But as I say, Russell Wilson is good at that. Who else? Kyler Murray is just buck fast. Patrick Mahomes runs a 4.8. That's not fast. He cannot do what Lamar Jackson does. So if Patrick Mahomes thinks he's going to do that, he will be sorely mistaken. Hey, 916 AC. Hello.
How about them cowgirls?
It's Shaleo.
How about
Shaleo
them
switched up on
lambs?
us.
How about them Seacocks? And how about them Oakland Trader Joe's?
Shaleo, man, you know, all of those guys are no longer a part of our lives. And it's just a wonderful thing, isn't it? And Shaleo, next year when the season starts up, the beginning of the season, they all hustle in on a chat. You 49ers, man, you guys suck. Man, you guys aren't going to beat anybody. You guys remind us of whoever team, right? You guys think you're going to the Super Bowl every year. You always say, see, Chaleo, we have heard that from all those clowns, and now they're saying things like, you guys aren't going to win the Super Bowl. You know that, don't you? They're pathetic, and I love them.
Do they know the couch rules? They need to shut up.
Oh, God. They still got Jerry Jones running things. The Cowboys are doomed. The Seahawks don't have any money. They've got no high-round draft. They're low on the pecking order in the draft. The Rams, same situation. They got no money. Players are leaving them. They gave up all their draft capital for one player, and he's only doing a so-so job. Hey, Shalil, the only team we got to worry about next year is the Kansas City Chiefs. And I am worried about them. They got another hand-round draft pick coming. And Kyler Murray is better than people think. We're supposed to talk about the Super Bowl, though, aren't we? Yes.
Do you remember the game last season with the Chiefs and Rams? It was a Monday night game.
And they scored 100 points.
Back and forth.
Yeah. Nobody could play any defense. Yeah.
Yeah. If you put pressure on Mahomes like they did with Aaron Donald and Sue, I think you could beat him. We just gotta, he likes to really sling that thing long to Tyreek Hill.
Oh yeah.
So if he does that, we got two guys over there waiting for a pick.
I'd rather see him in trouble having to get rid of that ball sooner than he wants to. Now you create a possibility for a lot of turnovers. See, so Patrick thinks he's going to outrun people.
His day is coming because he was in the Madden cover. The Madden curse is real.
I know.
It's going to affect him in the Super Bowl.
It already affected him, Shalio. He got hurt during the beginning of the year, remember? I mean, seriously.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Ankle injury, kneecap was laying behind his leg. What? He somehow came through that. That's impressive, actually. What? How did he survive that?
The other caller that called yesterday was talking about that Simpsons episode.
Oh, I saw that. Somebody gave me that on Twitter. Yeah, that was pretty funny. Yeah.
Yeah, and the Simpsons, they've been getting it right with their picks.
I know, right?
I don't know how many. I think last year they got New England right, so we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Also, Cynthia Freeland. Cynthia Freeland actually picked Cynthia Freeland does everything she does by a computer that's pretty accurate, actually. 29-27 Chiefs, but I don't see that. She was wrong though. She also picked the Saints to beat us too. It's the only time she messed up. I think she messed up twice this year. Super Bowl too. So.
Yeah, NFL Network are just low key trying to raise us to be the underdog for this Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So they already know what's coming. Yeah. Our defense is not playing any games. They've been talking a lot of shit in the media. All these guys, talking way too much. Our guys are ready.
Yeah, and
we're coming.
People got to learn about Kyle Shanahan. It's scary to bet against him if you got a defense to back him up. You're not going to stop Shanahan from scoring. So, if anything, this game would be a shootout, and I would bet on the 49ers if that happens. So this is going to be interesting. So I'm feeling pretty good about this.
I think it'll end up in a shootout. I think we could take them. If the Lambs beat them and we beat their ass this season, we beat them 2 times in a row.
Yeah.
We could beat the Chiefs. Like, this is a revenge game for Jimmy G. What happened,
I know about his knee and everything.
2 seasons ago.
You got 2 guys out there looking for revenge.
So this is a revenge game for all the guys.
And for D Ford, too. D Ford says, I was on the team
last
year.
Right.
And they sort of gave me my walking papers, right? I'm back.
Yeah. This is a revenge game.
Yeah.
Because, we already took care of the Vikings, right? And we have to take care of the Chiefs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That game they beat us last year. They had no business beating us in that game last year. How many mistakes did we make for the Vikings to win that game? Started off bad.
Ronbo, we didn't even have a defense that
we didn't, right?
It was we had Solly T playing.
And Marquise Goodwin goes down early in the game with a deep thigh injury. The only receiver we had pretty much was doing anything, was working Xavier Rhodes, was Dante Pettis. This is why everybody thought Dante was going to come back this year and just be the dude. Oh, Dante, what is happening?
Yeah, Dante better get it together next offseason.
No, he's really in trouble.
He's really in trouble. Too much color in the hair at times. Coloring mine his hair.
He needs to focus. Shave that
turn
head.
off the lights.
Yeah. We got it. Shalio, let me see tomorrow. Shalio, sneaking in here on a new area code. All right?
Later, Ronbo. Thank you for the platform.
Oh, appreciate you.
Empire.
Thanks, Shalio. Night.
Night.
And I noticed Mark Slaughter says, we had a better deal on the table for Khalil Mack, but the Raiders didn't want to trade him to us. I know, right? Mark, I'm glad you brought that up. I love that idea, because had we had, Mack might have made enough difference for us to lose out on picking up Nick Bosa. I like Nick every bit as much. Eric Code 518. And Mark, thanks for the contribution, fam. And John, I think I told you the same thing. Thanks, guys. Eric Code is 518. Hello, 518. Hello, 518. 518. 518. Guys, don't make me act silly. I will use any reason to act silly. Like my Patrick, my homeboy. 518, where you be? All right, hey, Christopher Collins. Chris, I like that guy. I like him. Thanks for that contribution, Chris. Appreciate that. I got to find this pair. I like him. I see him a lot. He does a lot of different things. Hey, is 518 here yet? All right, let's go to Dre Phantom. Dre Phantom.
Ronbo, what's going on?
Oh, Dre Phantom, I'm feeling hungry. I just seen somebody right up there. Chicken fried Mahomes. There's something about frying things that just tastes. Hey, Dre, good to hear from you. I talked to you in a couple of days, and since then, the question has come about, can the Kansas City Chiefs slow down or stop the 49ers run game? See, you notice something, Dre, as the week goes by, the first time said, 49ers can stop that high-powered offense. Patrick Mahomes will tear them up. Now they suddenly say, well, we might want to ask the question about, can the Chiefs stop the 49ers from running? Because you can deduct from that they finally realized, wait a minute, we like the Chiefs, but they can't keep the ball all day. What if the 49ers take and start running? Can the Chiefs stop them? No! But, Dre, your perspective on that.
You know what? I mean, I don't think they can. And you hear everybody talking about how the Chiefs have improved their defense over the last couple of games. So
they picked up Suggs, and they got the honey badger running around out there, and
it's to be seen. But at the end of the day, I feel like we have a complete team. So whatever is thrown at us, whatever obstacles we may potentially face, I feel we have the team to compete and get this dub regardless of what is happening. So
there you go.
I'm going into it confident regardless of what we see. We don't know exactly what we're going to expect, but I expect a victory. I mean, to be honest, I don't see why we can't go in there and get it. We got the pieces to do it, So.
Because like you're saying, there's nothing the Chiefs can do to try to stop the 49ers defense that we can't go in another direction on them. You guys want to stop the run?
Absolutely.
Go ahead. Y'all stand right there and wait. George, get ready, G.
Exactly.
Boom. Oh, y'all standing there waiting too long. George is gone for 30, 40 yards. Debo, and go to that jet sweep. Oh, Debo for 40 more. There's Marquise Cooper in the end zone. James Caesar. Boom, touchdown. Niners. See, Kendrick is my X factor.
Yeah, he is. He definitely is. He's definitely a lethal weapon of ours. But hey, Ron, before I go, I know I'm late to the party. I don't know if I'm late to the party, rather. Like it's been a couple of days since I talked to you.
The whole
am I late on
party.
this? Am I late on this Frank Clark post-game interview? Y'all talked about that already?
Yeah, I'm seeing people running Frank Clark's name up and down the chat suddenly. What is Frank talking? Frank Clark is a fool. He started some trash last year with Richard Sherman, and now he's talking again. He ain't doing nothing but firing people up. He's a fool. The first thing you do in the Super Bowl is start talking. What?
Right. So
I don't know what he's saying.
After the Titans win, he basically was saying stuff like, "We the best defense, and y'all gonna see after we get this ring on our finger, and I'm not gonna be jumping off sides in the Super Bowl."
Oh, that was nasty.
I'm like,
I remember that one.
Yeah, so he said, that's the one I saw. And then last thing before I go, did you see the video of Ian Williams talking to Juvenile from the original Hot Boys Little Wayne group?
I retweeted that. I was laughing my butt off. And I even tagged Tank Lawrence. Tank, call your legal team off, dog. Juvenile gave us the endorsement. It's over. Boy, you know Tank
It's over. It's a wrap.
Man, I loved it.
Yes, sir. I loved every minute of that. Definitely.
Hot Boys.
You going to be on tomorrow?
Yeah. Can I see? We'll look for you then.
Sounds good, man. Good talking to you as always.
And same here, fam. Have a good night, Dre.
All right.
It's Dre, fan.
Peace.
Yeah. Christopher Cohen, Frank's going to get to statue Jimmy at least 4 times in this game. Frank, you know,
Hold on. I'm about to be on the phone right now.
Yeah. JT, and this just in, Frank Clark is talking major poo-poo. Are people watching something right now I wish I could watch? And Get Your Groove on 97B says, shout out to DeMarcus and his couch boys. Get Your Groove. That was good. I wish I could have did that. The Couch Boys. The only thing that's hot is your ass sitting on the couch watching our hot boys be legendary.
Relevant.
At the
Legendary.
Super Bowl. See, if you're a cowboy, you should probably be quiet. Don't talk out of turn. This was not the time to bring up no patents, no lawsuits, anything else. Boy, hey JT, and Get Your Groove on. Thanks for that contribution, fam. JT.
What's up, Ronbo?
JT, I'm just sitting here laughing at DeMarcus getting, I don't know why DeMarcus and Revis. You know, JT, if I'm sitting on the sofa watching a game, Revis, I'm retired. I didn't look good in my last couple of years. DeMarcus Lawrence is on the Cowboys, didn't beat a team that played over 500 and won 8-8 and didn't make the playoffs, had all that talent. I would be real quiet. I'd be walking around town with a disguise on. Anybody call, hey, DeMarcus, that you? Where? No, man, you got me mistaken for somebody else. You be quiet. You stay on the lam. You incognito. You know? You talking, letting everybody see you? Are you crazy?
Yeah. He might as well be walking around with a bag over his head.
These dudes kill me. Oh.
Yeah. I wouldn't be talking all that mess. I'd be a damn shame.
Oh, you're
walking around talking all that mess, talking about they hot. They cold as shit. They cold. It's so far from it.
But
that's another
but
story,
he already
though.
passed. But he already passed the threat out. He said, "Yeah, we play y'all next year. Y'all find out who the Hot Boys is." Oh,
They gonna find out
you
real
sending
quick,
threats?
Ronbo. Can you imagine? Can you imagine what we're gonna have back next year with the likes of Jalen Hurd, Trent Taylor? Are you kidding me?
And they polished.
You're right.
Oh, they're gonna be polished. Year 4. Some of these kids we've had for years. Shoot, they're gonna know Kyle's.
And who knows what other monster we may pick up from the draft?
I know. Because I think, you know what? I think we're going to get a deep threat out of the draft. I understand this draft is loaded with receivers. There's some bad boys. I thought the 49ers might go for an offensive lineman, but a deep threat. One thing we don't really have, we got some guys who could tear the field up with the West Coast offense. But what if we had a serious deep threat?
Yeah.
Because I don't want OBJ.
Yeah. If we had a serious deep threat, Ronbo, someone that can really stretch out the field and really demand double team.
Julio-like? Don't give me
like
a Julio-like.
Oh, my.
That's about 21, 22.
Or even a Michael Thomas-like.
Oh.
Can you imagine? I even wanted Michael Thomas coming up the draft. I remember that. Well, anyway, even or even or give me a DeAndre Hopkins, something like that.
Oh no, there's only a few. There's only a few DeAndre Hopkins that are going to be born Period. You know that dude that plays.
I'll even go as far as even taking a Steve Smith.
What's that dude over in with the Broncos that Sheik wanted? That I kept telling Sheik forget about it.
Oh,
Oh,
who was it? That was I can't think.
Anyway,
of
you
his
know what I'm
name.
talking about.
Yeah, I know who you're
Cortland
talking about.
Sutton.
I can't even think.
Cortland?
Cortland Sutton.
Yeah, Cortland. He
Cortland
developed.
Sutton.
He looked pretty good last year. Actually, looked pretty good the year before.
He did.
But yeah, you get a Cortland Sutton, even a Cortland Sutton with everything else we got. But I want to see what Jalen Hurd looks like. But anyway,
I want to speak on something real quick. There's something bothering me.
Go ahead.
I don't know if what's his name? Clark. Frank Clark.
Frank, Kansas City. Yeah,
I barely know his name. Yeah,
Frank Clark.
This guy. He thinks he's somebody.
Mm-hmm.
He running his mouth and all this and that. Talk about they ain't gonna be doing no false starts and that. How he know that? And he talking all that shit like like they really played some teams this year. Like they've been battle tested. Well, I got
JT,
news for him.
Appreciate it, JT.
We gonna see who shows up, who the real number 55 is when game time is on the line. Cause I'll tell you one thing, D Ford, he's gonna have better numbers than Ryan Clark. I guarantee.
I guarantee it too. Because JT, Frank didn't do nothing but light a fire that's already burning under D. Boy, he's getting ready to make D Ford act a fool. I love it. Keep talking, Frank.
Hey.
Keep that vile stuff coming. Oh, good.
Not only that, you got Jimmy G fired up with all that shit talking that's been said about everybody doubting him because why? Because the running game's so effective and we're just using it and it's not even necessary for him to throw the ball.
JT.
You got a fired up Jimmy G and you're gonna have a fired up defense that's really gonna put. You know what?
JT,
the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah.
They ain't ready for the smoke. They ain't ready for this smoke, Ronbo.
I've heard this before on the record. JT, we got to go. We're out of time. Let me see you tomorrow, fam. We'll be back.
All right, Ronbo. Honor Empire.
All right, fam. Have a good night. Well, we got, now we've got testosterone and estrogen. There's a lot of creativity with the names tonight. Are these people 49er fans? I know testosterone is not a 49er fan. How about estrogen? And if estrogen's not a lady, I'm going to have to laugh even harder. 5 kill me. 518. I'm on in. And if you're watching right now, if you haven't joined our chat, the chat is a whole other source of entertainment. So you can get your callers and the chat. You'll have a good time. Hey, 518. Hello. 518. 518. We gotta go soon. Oh, wait. 518. Where you at? I'm going to go. 518. 518. I'm going to see you tomorrow. When you hear this later, you'll know. I'll be looking for you tomorrow. Fam, I got to roll. Please hit that like. You know I love you. Let's get together for Sunday like we always do. See you then. Pow. Ooh la la. See you tomorrow.